From the campus of UMass Boston, it is a doubleheader non-conference NCAA tournament rematch between the UMass Boston Beacons and the Framingham State Rams. Hi, everybody. Bill Spalding, glad to be with you for this one. Should be a lot of fun. These teams play each other really frequently. Last year met 3 times. Beacons lead the series 20-17. 3 meetings last year, the Beacons swept the regular season doubleheader. Then the teams met in the NCAA tournament at the MIT Regional Semifinals. Framingham State an 8-4 win to end the Beacons season, led by their star pitcher Kelsey Gunatharne, who pitched 7 innings, 3 earned runs, struck out 3. Lisa Tully and Dana Marchant were the big hitters in that game. Tully 1 for 3 for the Beacons with 2 RBIs. 3 things you need to know about today. These teams met 3 times last year, as we mentioned. The Beacons winning the 2 in the regular season, and Framingham State winning in the NCAA tournament. The pitcher for Framingham State is back, Kelsey Gunatharne, who is just tremendous. Set the career strikeout record, 360 on Saturday. She's up to 47 this season to lead the MASCAC. And for UMass Boston, they have one of the best hitters in program history in their 3-spot. Roxy Vento set the career doubles record, 42, and she's hitting close to 500 this season. Let's take a look back at the highlights from last time, Game 2 against Western Connecticut State. Last home game, an important win for the Beacons, 6-1. Our player to watch today for UMass Boston is Giovanna Bonilla, who has been just remarkable this year, making that full transition to a phenomenal top-of-the-order hitter. 4th best batting average in the conference, hitting at .486. 20 runs. She's been setting the table ahead of Roxy Vento. She was 3 for 7 in the doubleheader, and this year 35 of her 50 career hits already coming into today. So Bonilla looking to help set the table for the Beacons in this doubleheader. Hitting up near the top of the order as well as Ari Bellata, who has hit so well in her games this year, 19 of 31. That's a .613 average. Let's get to know Ari a little bit better. She is our player spotlight today.
The one positive about DP was that I got to eat snacks on the bench. So I was eating and cheering on my team, but then I still played a big role because I got to be an at bat. But I think it actually benefited me as a player because it kind of humbled me that when you're in high school, everyone that goes on to play kind of was like their high school star, because there's like 5 people that can play in high school and the rest are really bad. So it was kind of humbling to see that there was like so many people that were like a lot better than me. So it made me want to work harder at hitting, and any chance I got to be in the field, like I worked really hard. So definitely kind of upped my work ethic as an athlete. So adjusting to even being on the field in general was kind of a lot different because there's people who had been on the field for 2 or 3 years. So gaining people's trust, I guess, was really tough at first because anyone can be good at in practice, but it's a different type of player when you can come out and like execute every game. So after I got a concussion in February, I missed pretty much the rest of preseason, which was 3 weeks. So I went to Florida. I obviously thought I was going to be able to play, and I had this like heat incident like within the first couple of days. So I didn't get to play at all, which was really hard because Florida, it matters, but it's a time where you can kind of work out the kinks and you can fix problems with your swing or whatever you're doing wrong. It's kind of like that fun part of the season where it doesn't really mean nearly as much. So, the first games I was able to play in were Plymouth, and obviously those were really important games, being we beat them twice in the conference championship back to back. So I did really bad in those games, which made my confidence even worse. But I had a lot of support from my teammates and from my coaches and my parents and stuff like that. So I just like worked hard to change my mindset, and then I had like last week, and now I feel back to normal. I've never had a week like last week, honestly. I felt like no matter what part of the bat it hit off of, it was a hit. It was kind of like Roxanne Bento. Like Roxanne Bento can literally like tap a ball and somehow like do this like mysterious like windy thing, and it'll go and be a home run. So like I just felt like I was kind of having like luck in some sort of ways, but it really helped me get my confidence back because that kind of like, can I even hit anymore, was like out of my system because I even asked Sue like the first game, I was like, I feel like I forget how to play softball. So I feel like that was kind of out, and now I'm hoping that weeks ahead are just normal. The one positive about DP was that I got to eat snacks on the bench.
All right, we're back and ready to rumble. 7-9 Framingham State, 12-9 UMass Boston. Beacons and Rams in a rematch of last year's NCAA tournament game played at the MIT Regional. And again, the 38th all-time meeting between these two teams. Coaches are meeting at home plate, about to go in game one of the doubleheader. The starting pitchers matchup today should be a really good one. Jess Greenspan will be in the circle in game one for UMass Boston. And the star right-hander for Framingham State, Kelsey Gunaratne, will start for the Rams. Run you through the starting lineups, and for Framingham State, it's Camille DeRochers who leads things off, catches. Michaela Moody plays shortstop, bats second. Batting third is Grace Coy. She plays first base. Farrah Adam, the designated player, bats fourth. Lauren Salisbury, the center fielder, hits fifth. Kaylee Sherman in right field, bats sixth. In the 7th spot, it's left fielder Layla Pepin. In the 8th spot, Victoria Ziner, the second baseman, and Kristen Dick, the third baseman, will bat ninth for Framingham State. Again, their pitcher is Kelsey Gunaratne. For UMass Boston, here's the starting lineup. The shortstop is Gigi Braga, who's been really hot lately for the Beacons. We talked about Giovanna Bonilla earlier. She'll play center field, bats second. She's hitting .486. And how about Roxy Vento, the catcher, hitting .493 this year, 2 home runs, 24 RBIs. She hits third. Ari Bellata batting at .613 over her 11 games this season, 9 for 31. She plays third base and hits fourth. Kelly Danahy is the second baseman. She plays there and bats fifth. Jayla Blackman, the designated player, gets at bats today, 5 for 10 in her freshman season. She'll bat in the 6th spot. Tori DeCenso plays first base, hits 7th. Sarah Harlinski is the left fielder, batting 8th. And Taylor Paulina, the right fielder, bats 9th. With Jess Greenspan in the circle for the Beacons this season, 11 starts, 9-3 record at 2.88 ERA, 77 and 2/3 innings pitched. She's given up 85 hits, 22 walks, and 49 strikeouts. Greenspan was the winning pitcher for the Beacons as they won Game 1 of a doubleheader on Tuesday against UMass Dartmouth. In her last 6 starts, she's been basically unhittable in 5 of the 6. She has just been a shutdown pitcher, looking like the pitcher from 2 years ago, and she was the Little East Conference Pitcher of the Year and the pitcher from last year's Little East Tournament when she led the Beacons on that remarkable run to the NCAA tournament. So this first game has potential to possibly fly with Gunaratne in the circle for the Rams and Greenspan for the Beacons. These are 2 of the top pitchers in the area. Gunaratne coming off a 2-game series against MCLA to open up this season in conference play in the MASCAC for the Rams, where she combined with her teammate Marissa Vellucci to pitch a no-hitter in Game 1 and then pitched a complete Game 3 hitter in Game 2. Pause for the national anthem. When we come back, we'll get things going. Ready to go. Doubleheader, UMass Boston and Framingham State rematch of last year's MIT Regional. Jess Greenspan in the circle, the junior from Rocky Hill, Connecticut. 12 appearances, 11 starts, 9-3, 2.88 ERA, coming off a win in Game 1 of the doubleheader at UMass Dartmouth 2 days ago. 1-2-3 for Framingham State. That's Camille DeRocher, Michaela Moody, and Grace Coy to start things off. The sophomore right-hander DeRocher steps in, 386 hitter with 2 home runs this season. A lot of pop in this Ram lineup. Greenspan starts her with a called strike on the outside corner. Home plate umpire today is David Maestri. Base umpire is Arnie Walkin. First pitch coming at... It's fouled back to the screen. First pitch at 2:59 today. Temperature in the high 40s. Breeze blowing in from left. It is a pitcher's wind for sure today. 2 quick strikes for Jess Greenspan. 0-2 to DeRochers. Fought off on the off-speed. Job keeping the hands back from the sophomore Camille DeRochers. Out of Westford, Massachusetts. As you'd expect at Framingham State, the majority of the lineup from Massachusetts. All but 2 players on the roster from Massachusetts. Those 2, Lauren Salisbury and Kelsey Gunaratne, are from Rhode Island. Another 0-2. Down low. 1-2 to the 386 hitter DeRochers. Greenspan's rattled off 9 wins in 12 appearances this year. 2 years ago, the Little East Conference Pitcher of the Year. Last year, the tournament most outstanding player. Off speed comes right back to her. Easy throw over to first, and DeRocher's retired. That's patented Jess Greenspan there, inducing those weak hit ground balls. Defense behind Greenspan looks like this. Tori DeCenso is the first baseman. Kelly Danahy at second. Gigi Braga at short. Ari Bellotta plays third. The catcher is Roxy Vento. In the outfield from left to right, Sarah Harlinski is in left. Giovanna Bonilla in center. And Taylor Paulina is the right fielder. Michaela Moody bats second for Framingham State. Junior hits at 184 on the season. Pops it up. Vento gives it a look, and it's out of play. Moody out of North Attleboro, Massachusetts, right along the Massachusetts-Rhode Island border. Exciting thing for Framingham State coach Larry Miller is his team is primed to be one of the best in the MASCAC once again. No seniors in the top 4 spots in the order, only 1 senior in the starting lineup, and then the senior starting pitcher as well, Gunaratne. Ball and a strike to Moody. Here comes a 1-1. Hit hard through the right side, base hit. Sharp single from Michaela Moody. There's one out base runner for the Rams. Now they get to that meat of the order that has a lot of meat on the bone. Grace Coy in the 3 spot, Farrah Adam in the 4 spot, Lauren Salisbury in the 5 spot. They all hit better than 300. They've combined to drive in 33 runs this year through just 16 games. Sophomore Coy out of Mendon, Massachusetts. Takes a first pitch off speed, strike one. Leading hitter for Framingham State when you put all the numbers together, 370 average, 2 home runs, 15 RBIs for the first baseman Coy. Another off-speed pitch. This one's outside, 1-1. Framingham State, the defending MASCAC champions, they started their conference title defense with 2 shutout wins over MCLA on Saturday. 11-0 5-inning win and a 5-0 complete game. Nubber off the end of the bat. That's a fair ball, flipped to first. I think Coy thought that may have hit her. As it's called right now, it's an out. We'll come and talk to the base umpire. As Coy nubbed that off the end of the bat. May even have an illegal pitch. And it is an illegal pitch. So take away the ball put in play by Coy. Move Moody back to first. And now 2 balls and a strike. 2-1 to Coy. So it looks like the decision was that Greenspan had lost contact with the rubber there. Give a ball to Coy. 2-1 count. 1 down. Moody still on first. Misses down and away. It's 3-1. Framingham State trying to jump on the board first. Offense was peppering the ball on Saturday. 16 runs over their 2 games against MCLA. Greenspan's 3-1. Good changeup. Had Coy out in front. Counts full. Off speed into fastball count. Greenspan's been known to pitch backwards from time to time. Such a good mix of pitches. Keeps hitters off balance. Here's your 3-2. Another off speed off the top of the bat. Coy stays alive. Heavy dose of off speed pitches so far to grace Coy in the 3-hole. Here's another 3-2. In the dirt, ball 4. So Coy uses that illegal pitch to her advantage. Wiped away. It would have been a ground out to first. Instead, she walks 2 on, just 1 away to the first for the cleanup batter, Farrah Adam. Adam, one of 2 freshmen in the lineup for Framingham State today. Out of West Springfield, Massachusetts, she's hitting at .327 on the season. Greenspan starts her at the knees for strike 1. Framingham State started off just 2-7 on the season. They've played well since. They've won 5 of their last 7. Doubleheader sweep today would get them back to 500 for the first time since they were 1-1. Went down to Florida, played a lot of really good teams. But in New England, they're 4-2. Popped up, foul territory, and out of play. If you're looking for comparable opponents, Framingham State played UMass Dartmouth, Beacon's last opponent. Beacon split that doubleheader. Framingham State swept UMass Dartmouth 7-2 and 5-4. Ball and 2 strikes. Greenspan working on Adam. And that big blast of dust will bring time. Mentioned that wind is kicking in today, almost dead in, though it's now swirled a bit and blowing in from left but out toward right. Pitch misses inside, 2-2. Moody on second, she singled. Coy on first, she worked a 6-pitch walk. In the air to right field, Paulina, long run in foul territory. She puts it away for the second out. Moody tags and moves from second to third. So runners on first and third, 2 away as Greenspan gets Adam up to the 5-hole hitter Lauren Salisbury to make this a productive first inning for the Rams. Salisbury is that lone senior in the starting lineup outside of the pitcher, Gunaratne. Salisbury out of Cranston, Rhode Island. This season she's hitting .313 with a home run and 8 RBIs. First pitch up out of the zone from Greenspan. And we'll get a quick time from Beacon head coach Natalia Ardagna in her 12th season. Brings the entire infield in here before this 1-0 pitch. That's a big game for UMass Boston. Again, against the team that ended their season last year in the NCAA Regional. So, they motivated to come out here and have a good performance against a team that very well could win the MASCAC once again this year and be a possible postseason meeting if both teams make it where they want to be at the end of the year. So after the meeting on the mound, a 1-0 pitch coming for Greenspan. Runners on the corners, Moody on third and Coy on first. And a ball and no strikes to Lauren Salisbury. Grounder at third. Strong stab, Ari Bellata. Her throw is on the money, and it works the Beacons out of an early jam. The defense in the hot corner from Bellata after a half an inning. Framingham State, nothing. Beacons coming to bat. So UMass Boston will send up a lineup that looks like this in the bottom of the first. Gigi Braga will play shortstop, lead things off. Giovanna Bonilla plays center field, bats second. Roxy Vento is the catcher. She hits third. In the fourth spot, it's Ari Bellata who just made that smooth play at third base. Kelly Danahy bats fifth, plays second base. Jayla Blackman, the designated player, hits sixth. Tori DeCenso, the first baseman, bats seventh. Sarah Harlinski, the left fielder, hits eighth. And Taylor Paulina, the right fielder, bats ninth. The pitcher, we've already mentioned her name for Framingham State, is Kelsey Gunaratne. She is tremendous. The all-time leader in strikeouts at Framingham State with 360-plus in her career. This season, 10 games, 9 starts. She is 4-5 with a really good 2.71 ERA. She's pitched 59 1/3 innings, given up just 52 hits, only walked 19, and struck out 47. That's one thing you notice about each of these starting pitchers and why they're the two aces. They really don't walk many batters. They don't give free base runners up. You're going to have to go up swinging. Gunaratne in her fourth and final season at Framingham State. She's out of North Providence, Rhode Island. Gunaratne was part of a two-pitcher no-hitter on Saturday in Game 1 of that doubleheader against MCLA. 5 innings, no-hit softball for the Ram pitchers between Gunaratne and Vellucci. And then Gunaratne followed that up with a 7-inning complete game, giving up just 3 hits in Game 2, a 5-0 win. So it's Kelsey Gunaratne and Gigi Braga going head-to-head to start off the bottom of the first. Gigi is the spark for this Beacon team, always full of energy. She was on base 6 of 7 times in the doubleheader against UMass Dartmouth on Tuesday. Takes ball 1. She had 4 hits and 5 at-bats, also walked twice. It's table setting at the top of the order. An illegal pitch has been called on Gunaratne. So tag a ball to Braga. And this home plate umpire has called 2 illegal pitches early, setting the tone against 2 of the best pitchers in the region, making sure that they are sticking to the rules. So a couple of balls early to Gigi Braga, who swings at a rise ball and comes up empty. Gunaratha has that good mix of pitches. Again, 47 strikeouts, only 19 walks in 59 and a third innings. Braga fights this one back to the screen. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Braga, the shortstop and leadoff batter for the Beacons. UMass Boston hitting .322 as a team this year, averaging close to 6 runs per game. Braga on the off-speed, wraps it to short. Strong play, Moody. No chance to get the speedy Braga. It's an infield single. When Gigi puts it on the ground like that, she's almost always safe. Rest of the defense, along with Moody at short for the Rams. Victoria Ziner is at second. Grace Coy at first. Christina Dix, the third baseman. Layla Pepins in left. Lauren Salisbury in center. Kaylee Sherman in right. Camille DeRochers is the catcher. So Giovanna Bonilla bats next, hitting .486 this season. She's our featured player to watch today. She was 3 for 7 in the doubleheader against UMass Dartmouth. 35 hits already this year for Bonilla in just 21 games. That was after 15 total hits her first 2 seasons. Came in as a right-handed hitter. Has made the move to lefty slap. Well behind there, count goes to 1-1. It's allowed Bonilla to use her speed. She's always had that. Been a great defensive outfielder for the Beacons ever since setting foot on campus. Gunaratha deals in the dirt, gets away from the catcher, DeRochers, and Braga's easily into second on a wild pitch. Even if that had been fielded cleanly on the bounce, no way you're getting the speedster Braga on a ball in the dirt. So she's in scoring position, nobody out. 2 balls and a strike to Giovanna Bonilla. There's ball 3. Deacon's trying to set the table for Roxy Vento and Ari Bellata, who combined are hitting about .560 on the season. That'll do. There's a called strike on the outside corner to run the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Bonilla. Junior out of Queens and Archbishop Malloy High School. Payoff pitch, fights off the rise ball. It's been a go-to for Gunaratha. She's thrown that a couple of times already against these left-handed slappers. It's a heavy left-handed order for the Beacons, especially up top. The first 3, 4 of the first 5 are lefties. That and Sarah Harlinski in the 8 spot, 5 left-handed batters in the order for UMass Boston. Bellata spoils another rise ball, staying alive. Making Kelsey Gunaratha work early after she breezed through her 2 outings on Saturday against MCLA, the Massachusetts College of Liberal Arts. Rise ball cut on and missed. 48th strikeout this year for Gunaratha, who's up over 360 in her career. One away, it brings up Roxy Vento. You can make a pretty compelling argument she's the best hitter in UMass Boston history. This year, the all-conference player batting .493 with 2 home runs and 24 RBIs. Vento, only a junior, she's already set the Beacon record for doubles in her career with 42. Vento, now a senior out of Arlington, Massachusetts. Already a conference offensive player of the year. Takes ball low. And very early on, the senior's making a compelling case to once again be the conference offensive player of the year. A 2-0 to Vento is a called strike on the inside corner. And, the tough situation now for opposing pitchers is you can't really pitch around Vento, even with first base open, because Ari Bellata has given her so much protection behind, hitting .613. Gunaratne is working around Vento here. Count is 3-1. Gunaratne has been trying to nibble the corners. Approaches here, up the middle. That is through for a base hit. Braga around third. She scores. RBI single for Roxy Vento. Beacons grab the early lead. It's the 25th RBI this season for Roxanne Vento. Beacons draw blood early. Keep it moving to Ari Bellata, hitting an out-of-this-world .613. 19 for 31 in her 11 games this season with 10 RBIs. Bellata takes the ball low. Junior out of Leominster, Massachusetts. Didn't even have to change the colors from Leominster High School. They're blue and white as well. Fights this one away, bring the count to 1-1. Now, when you're facing an outstanding starter like Gunaratne, you want to get to her early before she settles in. Beacons have accomplished that, and they're looking for more here in the bottom of the first. Ball inside. Two and one to Bellata. Say it again, 19 for 31 on the season. And the count runs to 2-2. Two. Rise ball high, count runs full. It's been the go-to out pitch for Gunaratne. So far, the Beacons, for the most part, have done a nice job laying off it. Here comes the payoff pitch. Right side to the second baseman. Ziner bobbles, recollects in time for the out. Good composure from Victoria Ziner. Vento takes second, 2 away for the 5-hole hitter Kelly Danahy. Danahy hitting at .288 on the season, but her average has been getting better and better as the year goes on after a slow start. 10 RBIs for the all-conference player Danahy. That's a big gust of wind once again pauses the proceedings. Danahy takes a ball. Danahy, as a freshman, was a first-team all-conference second baseman. In fact, the Beacons had the whole double play combination covered on the first-team all-conference with the shortstop Gigi Braga as well. Danahy takes a strike on the outside corner. Roxy Vento on second after her RBI single scored Gigi Braga. 2 hits this inning already for the Beacons. On the ground, hard at first. Grace Coy snags it and steps on the bag to end the inning. But the Beacons do get 1 on 2 hits and a Roxy Vento RBI single. We go to the second, 1-0 UMass Boston. Jess Greenspan goes back to work in the circle for UMass Boston. The junior right-hander pitched through the first inning, giving up 1 hit, 1 walk, stranding runners on the corners. It's 1-0 Beacons after Roxy Vento's RBI single scored Gigi Braga in the bottom of the first. 6-7-8 for Framingham State. Kaylee Sherman leads off. Junior hits at .279 on the season. Greenspan starts her with a strike on the inside corner. Sherman's also out of North Attleboro, Massachusetts, one of 2 high school teammates along with Michaela Moody in the starting lineup for the Rams. Off speed is cut on and missed. That drop ball has looked really good for Jess Greenspan today. Trying to post a quick second inning after her team gave her a run in the bottom of the first. Here's 0-2. Swung on and missed. First strikeout today for Jess Greenspan, 1 away in the second.
The left fielder, number 4, Layla Pepin.
Brings up Layla Pepin, the freshman left fielder. Pepin has had a great start to her college career. 17 for her first 47. That is a .362 batting average. Pepin takes that one in tight. She's out of Chunsett, Massachusetts, and Fairhaven High School. Outside corner fastball for a strike. Greenspan's location good early. Only walk so far came after an illegal pitch when she'd previously looked like she was retiring the batter she walked coy. 1-1. Fastball cut on and missed. It's 1-2. Quick work so far for Jess Greenspan here in the second. Breeze continues to blow in from left today. 1-2 off the end of the bat at the second baseman, Danahy, who shows her range and retires Pepin 4-3. Strong backhanded snag from Kelly Danahy at second. So 2 away, Vic Ziner, the sophomore second baseman, bats. Batting averages in the bottom third of the order for Framingham State. Mentioned Pepin was a .362 hitter, Ziner .351, and the 9-hole hitter Kristen Dick .317. Greenspan coming to the plate on 0-1. Off speed, off the end of the bat. That is straight to Braga, and it's a very quick inning for Jess Greenspan. 3 up, 3 down in the top of the second. We go to the bottom of the frame, 1-0 Beacons. We go to the bottom of the second here on the campus of UMass Boston. Sun shining on this early April Thursday afternoon. It's game 1 of a doubleheader between the Beacons and the Framingham State Rams. 1-0 Beacons lead. They got 1 in the first, back at it in the second against the stellar right-hander Kelsey Gunaratna, who threw a no-hitter over the weekend against the Massachusetts College of Liberal Arts. Freshman designated player Jayla Blackman making her 11th at-bat of the season. Takes strike. Blackman is 5 for her first 10 for the Beacons. 3 runs, 3 RBIs. And she takes a strike. Blackman has walked. She's been hit by a pitch as well so far this year. And she takes outside for another ball. Macy Blackman in Game 2 of the doubleheader as well in the circle. She has pitched in 6 games for the Beacons this year. Goes around on the rise ball. It's a good one from Gunaratne, and it nets her second strikeout. You get the feeling these pitchers could settle into a rhythm here and really turn this into a good pitchers' duel. These are 2 of the top pitchers in the region. Tori DeCenso hoping to keep Kelsey Gunaratne from getting into that rhythm. Sophomore second baseman bats next. DeCenso takes a strike. She's out of Lynn, Massachusetts, played at St. Mary's Lynn, which has a really good softball program. 242 average, 6 RBIs, 2 stolen bases for DeCenso this year. Fouls back that drop ball, and she's down in the count 0-2. Well, Gunaratne looking to answer that stellar and quick top of the second from Greenspan with a fast inning of her own, working quickly and throwing a lot of strikes. Gunaratne's 0-2. Rise ball. DeCenso held off. Well, if you're paying attention in that Beacon dugout, you notice that rise ball has been the go-to in those 2-strike situations. 1-2. Rises again high. Even if you know the rise ball's coming, though, it can be tough to lay off because when it's thrown well and starts in the zone, it looks so good. Entices those swings. 2-2. Another rise ball is cut on and missed. Back-to-back strikeouts for Gunaratne. 2 away quickly in the second. So the freshman slap hitter Sarah Harlinski is next.
Number 19, Sarah Harlinski.
Harlinski starting in left field today. It's her 13th start of the season. She's batting at 200. 8 for her first, make it 7 for her first 35. Has scored 8 runs and drawn 4 walks, been hit 4 times as well. She takes called strike on the corner. Harlinski, freshman from Sturbridge, Massachusetts, Tantasqua Regional High School. And there's strike 2 called. Ball in 2 strikes to Sarah Harlinski. Kelsey Gunaratne struck out the first 2, and she has struck out this side. One of the top pitchers in the history of Framingham State. 4 strikeouts through 2. We go to the third, still 1-0 Beacons. Jess Greenspan doesn't even need all her warm-up pitches at this point. She's ready to go as we head to the top of inning number 3. 1-0 UMass Boston. That first inning run could loom very large because these 2 teams have ace pitchers in the circle. Jess Greenspan for UMass Boston, Kelsey Gunaratne for Framingham State. Both pitchers had 1, 2, 3 seconds with Gunaratne striking out the side. 9-1-2 for the Rams of Framingham State. They left 2 on in the first. They may come back to rue that opportunity. Kristen Dick in the 9th spot is a .317 hitter. junior out of Tewksbury, Massachusetts. Takes a called strike on the outside corner. Tewksbury, Mass., the headquarters of the major Market Basket supermarket chain in New England. 0-1 coming. Down in the dirt. 1-1 to Dick. Framingham State 2-0 to start the year in MASCAC play, 7-9 overall. Defending MASCAC champs advanced to the NCAA tournament last year where they won one game against the Beacons in the MIT Regional. Pitch slides outside for a ball. It was an 8-4 win for Framingham State in that regional against the Beacons. Jumped out in front, scoring those 8 runs early. And Beacons couldn't dig themselves out of that hole. Comes on low, 2-1. It's a 3-1 count to Kristen Dick. And that's low, ball 4. Second walk today issued by Greenspan. Leadoff runner is on, and the lineup will turn over for the Rams. Feels like an important inning here for Framingham State with the table set for their leadoff batter, Camille DeRogers. DeRogers a .386 hitter this season with 2 home runs in the leadoff spot. Grounded slowly back to the pitcher Greenspan to start the game. First pitch strike at the belt. That had some pop to it from Greenspan. Along with those 2 home runs, 7 doubles for DeRogers. In fact, 9 of her 17 hits, or more than half of them, are for extra bases. DeRoger takes wide. This is a team that will bunt, particularly Michaela Moody in the 2-hole. She has 9 bunts this season, but DeRogers hasn't bunted yet all year. Why would you bunt your best hitter? On 1-1, off the end of the bat, sky high to first. DeCenso puts it away. That's twice that Greenspan has gotten DeRogers to weakly hit it off the end. Big first out sets up Moody in a possible bunting situation with 1 down. 9 sacrifice bunts this season for the junior Moody. A bunt here could put a runner in scoring position for the 3-hole hitter Coy. Moody not showing any sign of bunting on that first pitch, ball 1. The gas from Greenspan to the outside corner for a strike. It's 1-1. Moody singled back in the first inning. It was a sharply hit ground ball through the right side. Runner going. The throw to second is late. Oh, but she left early. So Kristen Dick is retired, left first early as called by our base umpire, Arnie Walken. And now Arnie Walken will make his way in to talk to home plate umpire David Maestri. You know, Walken was watching the runner. Probably didn't get a great look at it. In fact, it's a dead ball, no pitch, because the runner left early. So wave off the last pitch. Count is 1-1. So Dick caught stealing, leaving early. 2 away, bases empty for Greenspan. Trying to face the minimum for the second consecutive inning. 1-1 is down and away. It's 2-1. Off speed on a line over the top of the leaping Braga. Michaela Moody is 2 for 2 today. 2 out base runner keeps the inning going for the 3-hole hitter, the dangerous Grace Coy. Coy walked back in the first inning, was stranded on base when the Rams left 2 on in the first. Off the end of the bat, Braga charges. Quick throw on the money to retire Coy and end the top of the third. No runs, 1 hit, runner left on base for Framingham State. We head to the bottom of the third, still 1-0 Beacons on the Beacon Broadcast Network. We go to the bottom of the third, game 1 of a doubleheader between UMass Boston and Framingham State. Non-conference action between last year's Little East Conference champion UMass Boston Beacons and MASCAC Conference champion Framingham State Rams.
The Beacons right fielder, number 15, Taylor.
9-1-2 for UMass Boston against Kelsey Gunaratna, who struck out the side in order in the second. Taylor Paulina greets her with a loud single up the middle. That was well struck by the Beacon 9-hole hitter to put the leadoff base runner on in inning 3. Flips us to the top of the order where the Beacons were really effective in the first, getting to Gunaratna. Gigi Braga, who reached on a single and scored the only run of the game, bats next. A possible bunt situation for Braga as well to try and advance Paulina into scoring position. Braga shows bunt, takes back. That's ball 1. Now, the thing about Gigi when she's bunting is she's so fast that even when she's theoretically sacrificing, could still end up being a base hit. Braga's swinging away, 1-1. Mentioned the big weekend for Gigi, or the big Tuesday last time out, the doubleheader. She was 4 for 4 in game 1. In game 2, she walked twice in 3 plate appearances, so on base 6 of her 7 times in that game. Gunaratna's 1-1 is called a strike at the knees. 1-2. Here comes Gunaratna's 1-2 pitch. Line through the whole left side. It's the second hit today for Gigi Braga. 2 aboard, nobody out in the third for the Beacons. They look for a big inning. Giovanna Bonilla is next. The junior from Queens, New York, and Archbishop Malloy High School.
The center fielder, number 5, Giovanna Bonilla.
Bonilla struck out swinging back in the first and takes ball 1. Hitting at .486 entering the day today. Also a perfect 6 for 6 in terms of stolen bases. Bonilla takes a strike on the outside corner. Bonilla, an early childhood education major here at UMass Boston. Likely a future teacher. Still nobody out. The pitch to Bonilla. Slapped at foul. So they'll have to battle with 2 strikes again against Gunaratna, who has struck out 4 already, 4 over 6 outs via the strikeout. Gunaratna's 1-2 is taken low. Brings count level 2-2, still nobody out. Paulina on second, Braga on first. Pair of singles to start this 3rd inning. Paulina smacks it foul again. It stays 2-2. 4 hits already for the Beacons today. That is more hits than Gunaratna gave up in 10 innings last time out against MCLA Saturday. Pitched 3 innings in Game 1, didn't give up a hit. Pitched the full 7 in Game 2, allowing just 3 hits. Paulina takes a called strike 3 on the outside corner, and that's the 5th strikeout for Gunaratna. One away, Roxy Vento will bat again. 25 RBIs now on the season with her RBI single back in the 1st. Vento takes ball 1. 9 doubles, a triple, and 2 home runs this season for Vento. 36 hits, a third of them, 12 for extra bases. Vento watches low. Roxy in her senior year out of Arlington, Massachusetts. Little East Rookie of the Year in 2016, the Offensive Player of the Year in 2017. First team All-Conference again last year. This is hammered up the middle past the diving Zymer. Rounding second, on her way to 3rd, and now to home, Taylor Paulino, as that goes all the way to the wall. Braga's chugging as well, and she scores. It's a 2-run triple for Vento. 3-0 Beacons. Again, you'd be able to make a very compelling argument that Roxy Vento is the best softball player to ever play here at UMass Boston. Already 3 runs batted in today. Beacons up 3-0. Vento been a part of 2 NCAA tournament teams at UMass Boston, back-to-back Little East Conference tournament champs. He had a career average better than 400. Now Ari Bellata, who is 19 for 32 on the season, hitting better than 600. 10 RBIs for Bellata. This is a good RBI situation. Corners in, middle infield back, with Vento on 3rd and only 1 down. Check swing foul off, 0-1 to Bellata. Now it's up to Gunaratna to just try and level this game off. Don't let the lead grow too much, because the way Jess Greenspan's been pitching recently for the Beacons, anything more is a huge cushion to give the Beacon right-hander. Bellata down in the count, 0-2. Beacons entering today at 12-9. Doubleheader sweep would get them 5 games above 500. Gunaratna's drop ball is low. That's the challenge with Gunaratna. She throws strong rise ball, but can mix the drop ball in as well. So his pitch is going both ways. Line drive, left field, and it hangs up for Pepin. Holds Vento at 3rd. Good throw from Layla Pepin. 2 down. Vento didn't want to risk it, and Pepin maybe showed that was a smart decision. It was a strong throw into the plate. So with 2 away, Vento stays on 3rd. It's up to Kelly Danahy, who grounded out sharply to 1st, back in the 1st. Danahy takes the off-speed down and away for ball 1. Two and 0, 2 pitches, both missing wide outside. Danahy, all-conference last year, first team all-second base. Hit .381, .432 in conference play. In the dirt, well blocked by the catcher DeRochers, keeping Vento at third. Danahy's also a tremendous student, nursing major. Won what was called the Female Einstein Award last year as the top freshman GPA of any student-athlete freshman last year. So now 3-1 to Danahy. Nursing major is a tough major to balance with athletics, particularly once you start to get into those clinical rotations. It's ball 4 to Danahy. First walk issued by Gunaratna. Runners on the corners. Jayla Blackman will bat. Blackman struck out in her first plate appearance. She's 2 for 6 on this season. And before she bats, we'll get a visit to the mound from Larry Miller, the fifth-year head coach for Framingham State. Gunaratna having some uncharacteristic struggles. She's given up 3 hits this inning plus the walk. ERA of 2.71 entering the game. Framingham State School of 6,429. Playing in the MASCAC along with schools like Salem State and the Massachusetts College of Liberal Arts, Westfield State, Bridgewater State, Worcester State, Mass Maritime, all part of the MASCAC Conference. First pitch to Blackman, down low for a ball. No bullpen action of any sort for Framingham State at the moment. Blackman takes ball 2. If she reaches, buck would be passed to Tori DeCenso. He's trying to blow this one open in the bottom of the third, already up 3-0. Blackman takes ball 3. He told you early that Gunaratna rarely walks anybody, only 19 walks in 59 innings entering, so now through 61 innings, she's walked only 20. But she plunks Blackman, and the bases are loaded. Either way, that should be ball 4. Saying she leaned into it, but hard to lean your knee into the strike zone. Will be ruled a strike, 3-1. And a base runner advancing there to Danahy, so they'll send her back on the dead ball. And it was a 3-0 pitch that came in and hit Blackman on the knee. Umpire has the discretion to call that a ball. And they'll continue the discussion. From my vantage point, looked very clearly like a pitch inside, and even if she didn't get out of the way, should have been ruled a ball in ball 4, and that's the discussion here. Yeah, and you can rule it a strike if you think the batter reached over the plate, but hard to get your knee over the plate. David Maestri and Arnie Walken is speaking out near the shortstop position. So they are going to rule that a strike. That means Blackman stays at the dish, 3-1. Here's a 3-1. That's in the zone for strike two. Runner going, and Danahy steals second. But the opportunity here for Gunaratne to get out of this inning. One strike away in the bottom of the third. Payoff pitch is fouled back. Blackman fights off the rise ball, staying alive, 3-2. It's a good at bat from Jayla Blackman, the freshman. And Blackman lays off. So same result, 4 pitches later. She's down to first, bases are loaded. Second straight walk from Gunaratne. And now there is action in that Framingham State bullpen. Framingham State has Farah Adam loosening. Also Marissa Vellucci. Vellucci's pitched 12 2/3 innings this year. And she's out there, the sophomore from Tingsboro in the pen. First pitch to Tori DeCenso is high for ball one. 8th batter in the inning for the Beacons. Big opportunity to jump well out in front here. 2 runs already home on the Roxy Vento 2 RBI triple. DeCenso off the fist, foul territory. The ball gets down in the Beacon dugout. Out of the reach of DeRochers. 1-1. Here comes the ball and strike pitch. High and tight. Nowhere to put DeCenso. Count is 2-1. Foul tipped into the mitt, 2-2. Gunaratne trying to strand the bases loaded, get Framingham State back to the bat racks, down 3-0. UMass Boston trying to blow it open for their pitcher, Jess Greenspan. The 2-2 to DeCenso. Swing and a miss. That's a big strikeout for Kelsey Gunaratne. It's her 6th that strands the bases loaded, but not before the Beacons scored 2 runs on 3 hits. They leave them loaded. We head to the 4th. 3-0 Beacons. 3-0 UMass Boston. We head to the top of the 4th, game 1 of 2 between the Beacons and the Framingham State Rams. UMass Boston got 1 in the first on an RBI single from Roxy Vento, 2 in the third on an RBI triple from Vento. 4-5-6 for Framingham State, starting with Farah Adam, the cleanup batter. Adam flew out to right field back in the first. Takes a ball from Jess Greenspan. Greenspan, the Little East Tournament MVP last year, the Little East Pitcher of the Year during her freshman season. He's going to be the first Beacon to ever win Little East Pitcher of the Year. This is ripped hard into right, base hit. Farah Adam has her first hit today. The throw back to first was close. Wow. Taylor Paulina fired it in. And it was a bang-bang play at first base. Third hit today for Framingham State, the first for somebody not named Michaela Moody. So Adam aboard. Lauren Salisbury bats next. She grounded to third to end the first. That was with runners on the corners. Drop ball from Greenspan. It is a ball. Greenspan's another one of those nursing majors, balancing that demanding schedule with a demanding athletic schedule. Off the end of the bat, popped up right side. First baseman DeCenso, one down. It's amazing when you watch Jess Greenspan pitch just how many balls she gets hit right off the end of the bat, and that's because of the way she changes speeds. Remarkable work, one down. Brings up Kaylee Sherman, who's the only strikeout victim so far for the Rams today. She takes strike one at the knees. Sherman's a .279 hitter. 1 double, 1 homer, 11 RBIs for Sherman this year. Swings through the rise ball, 0-2. Right now, Jess Greenspan's had the serious upper hand in this matchup with Sherman. Trying to put her away for the second time. 0-2. Came inside and hit her. Went off the inside of Sherman's leg. She's aboard. Natalia Ardagna asking why that was ruled a hit by pitch. Home plate umpire says she was in the box and said that he thought Blackman leaned over the plate. So we've got runners on first and second, one down as Adam moves up to second. Sherman on first. Layla Pippin on the ground is short. Braga goes to get the lead runner at third. Heady play by Gigi Braga. Adam retired on the fielder's choice, 6-5. Sherman goes to second. Pippin aboard on the fielder's choice. With 2 away, Victoria Ziner is the 8-hole hitter up again. Ziner lined out to Braga on a looping liner to end inning 2. Drop is low. Deegan's looking to get to the midway point of this game, up 3-0. One in the first, 2 in the third for UMass Boston. Slides outside from Greenspan. Able to work around some jams today. Worked out of a 2 runners on jam in the first, looking to do the same here in the fourth. There's a strike, knee high, good pitch. As dust kicked up, Greenspan asked for time. Days like today, everybody who's standing around the facility going to have a little coat of dirt with them as they make their way home. It's been kicked up and spit around all game long. Off the end of the bat, playable for Vento, and that is it for inning number 4. Jess Greenspan works around a hit and it hits batsman, strands 2 aboard. We go to the bottom of the 4th. UMass Boston is still ahead, 3-0. We have a defensive change for Framingham State. Going into second base, Camry Pelland takes over at second base for Victoria Ziner.
Sarah Harlinski and playing second for Framingham State, Kamari Pelland.
Sarah Holinsky leads off for UMass. Boston Beacons leading 3-0, bottom four. There's a strike from Kelsey Gunaratne. So Camry Pelland is into the game in that 8 spot. First substitution for either side. Pitches a ball to Sarah Harlinski, who struck out swinging back in the second. 6 strikeouts for Framingham State's all-time leading strikeout pitcher, Kelsey Gunaratne. She's also given up 3 runs, all earned. Beacons have 5 hits over the first 3 innings, and Gunaratne has issued an uncharacteristic 2 walks. 2-1 to Harlinski. On the ground, past the pitcher. That is going to be trouble at first. Safe. Well done by Michaela Moody, but nothing you can do when a slow hit slap gets past the pitcher. It's an infield single for Sarah Harlinski. Leadoff base runner on for the 3rd time in 4 innings for UMass Boston. Taylor Paulina bats next. She smoked a single and scored back in the 3rd. Took the first pitch she saw and just ripped it up the middle. First pitch swinging again. Fly ball, foul territory, right field. And down. Well, Paulina not wasting any time. Both at bats, she's gone up, ripping at the first pitch. Senior from Woonsocket, Rhode Island, Taylor Paulina, playing right field today for the Beacons. Another hard hit ball, roped foul, 0-2. 11th start of the year for Paulina. She's played in 13 games. Entered today 8 for 36. Two-strike pitch in the air, shallow right field. That's up for the new second baseman, Pelland, and she makes the catch. Harlinski was in motion. She retreated and read that ball well. 1 down. Harlinski stays on first. We'll flip the lineup over to Gigi Braga, who has been as hot as could be over the last 3 games. She was 4 for 5 in the doubleheader, on base 6 of 7 times against UMass Dartmouth. 2 for 2 today, so Braga is 6 for her last 7, and on base in 8 of her last 9. Bunting, that pops foul. It's a good idea by Gigi Braga, but took a sideways hop when it went down. Braga Jr. from Medford, Massachusetts. First player in UMass Boston history to make the all-conference team as a shortstop. That's another remarkable note. On the ground at short, Moody fields flip into right field, missed the second baseman. Harlinski holds it second. We've got 2 aboard. So Braga reaches on the fielder's choice. It's an error on the shortstop, allowing Harlinski to make it into second safe. He's 6 on Moody. Another chance for the Beacons to extend their lead, already up 3-0.
The center fielder, number 5, Giovanna Bonilla.
Giovanna Bonilla has struck out twice today, once swinging, once looking. And before she hits, we get meeting in the infield, called by the players for the Rams. No coaches out there as the infield comes together around pitcher Kelsey Gunaratne. After Bonilla, it's Vento, who's 2 for 2 with 3 RBIs, and then Ari Bellata due up.
The center fielder, number 5, Giovanna
Beacons lead 3-0 as we play the bottom of the 4th. First of 2 between these 2 teams. Bonilla takes a called strike on the outside corner. 35 hits this year for Giovanna Bonilla. More than double her total her first 2 seasons when she had 15 hits combined in the first 2 years. Takes another called strike. Runners going. Throw goes to first, and everybody's safe. It's a double steal, all instigated by Gigi Braga. Braga was halfway between first and second, with the base runner Harlinski still on second. The throw from the catcher DeRochers went to first. Both runners took off. So 2 in scoring position for the Beacons. 0-2 to Bonilla, down and away. Now the 1-2. Rise ball on the ground is short. That'll certainly score a run. It's a base hit. Into second, now into right field. Runner's going to keep on coming. Braga all the way home. Bonilla to third. 5-0 Beacons. So give Bonilla the single and 1 RBI. An error on the shortstop Moody allows Braga to score and Bonilla to advance to third. It'll lead to another meeting on the mound. This time it is the assistant coach, Andrea Smith, who makes her way out for Framingham State. Gotten a little bit sloppy in this inning. Rams throwing the ball around a bit. So 2 more runs for the Beacons. It's 5-0 with Roxy Vento still to hit. Pretty impressive performance against one of the top pitchers in the region, Kelsey Gunaratna. The Beacons have pushed 5 across. Roxy Vento's had herself a day already. A single, a triple, 3 RBIs. And with Bonilla on third, only 1 away, a chance for more. Vento takes down and away. We were discussing before the game how it's amazing that teams still continue to pitch to Roxy Vento, now hitting near 500 for power with 27 RBIs. Yet she keeps on getting chances to swing the stick. And part of that, the great support behind her, the protection offered by Ari Bellata, who entered today hitting at .613. One to Roxy Vento, gets away from DeRozier. Bonilla streaking home, she's safe on a head-first dive. Giovanna Bonilla using her wheels. 6-0 Beacons. That really didn't get far away from DeRozier's at all, but Bonilla just too quick and had a great jump. Two-one is down low. It's 3-1 to Vento. Now the Beacons in position to try to push a couple more across and get up by that magical 8-run margin. There's ball 4. Vento reaches for the 3rd time. She walks. Bellata will bat. Ari Bellata's 0 for 2, but she smoked the ball in the 3rd inning. Hard hit line drive that hung up for the left fielder, Pepin. Hit that pinch runner for Vento. Waiting for the runner to emerge from the Beacon dugout. And it will be Allie Diuti, the freshman out of Braintree, one of the 2 Diuti twins on the team. So Allie Diuti in to run it first. Beacons up 6-0. Vento on first. Still only 1 away as Ari Bellata bats. Ground out to second and a strong line out to left for Bellata today. Takes first pitch, ball 1. 1 in the first, 2 in the second, 3 now in the fourth for UMass Boston. Popped up, foul territory down right field line, and out of play. And 1 in the first, 2 in the third, 3 in the fourth for the Beacon. So 5 runs over the last 2 innings, breaking open what was a 1-0 game. After the second, when both pitchers had 1, 2, 3 innings, particularly Gunaratne, who struck out the side, you felt like there was potential for this game to turn into a pitcher's duel. Strike to Bellata, 1-2. Beacon bats have come alive. They've been aided by a couple of defensive miscues in this inning. 6 hits for UMass Boston for the 6 runs. Bellata hammers this down the line. It is a fair ball, banging into the corner. Diuti stops at third. A ringing double for Bellata that just caught the line. 2 aboard, 1 away. So the Beacons look for more. Boy, if that went in the air for another fraction of a second, it hooks foul. Instead, it just barely stayed fair. So Kelly Danahy hits 0 for 1, a walk and a ground out to first. Danahy watches the rise ball high and outside for ball 1. One 0 to Danahy. Drops for a called strike. 1-1. Two runs here, put the Beacons ahead by 8 in the bottom of the fourth. Needing just 3 outs to end game 1 of the doubleheader. In the air, well hit to right. Sending Sherman back. She puts it away. This is deep enough to score Vento. Make it Diuti, who's in as the pinch runner. Diuti comes home. To third goes Bellata. It is 7-0 Beacons on the sacrifice fly. Well done by Danahy, her 11th RBI of the season. In a pinch hitter for the Beacons here in the bottom of the fourth, Alyssa Tully will bat in Jayla Blackman's spot.
14 for 25. Pinch hitting for the Beacons, number 14, Alyssa Tully.
This will be the 19th game for Tully. Only her 3rd off the bench. She's hitting .306 on the season with 10 RBIs. Tully is senior out of Lowell. Regular starter, likely see her in the lineup in game 2. Tully takes the first pitch ball from Gunaratne. Again, now the defense hasn't been perfect this inning for the Rams, but this is an impressive performance by the Beacon offense against a really good pitcher in Gunaratne. Tully check swing, pitch right in on her. And the underhand flip to first is in time from Gunaratne to end the inning. Beacon send 8 to the plate. They score 4 more on 3 hits, couple of errors. We go to the 5th, 7-0 UMass Boston. UMass Boston adds 4 more in the bottom of the fourth. Beacons lead Framingham State 7-0 as we head to the top of the 5th, game 1 of a doubleheader. Plenty of run support for Jess Greenspan, who has cruised so far today. 4 scoreless innings. Greenspan gave up A hit in the first, a hit in the third, and a hit in the fourth. Scattering those 3 hits and 1 walk, along with 1 strikeout over the first 4 innings. 9-1-2 for the Rams of Framingham State. Kristen Dick leads off. She walked back in the third. Hits it hard up the middle. Loud single. How about the 2 9-hole hitters today? They both have sharp singles. They've been on base 3 out of 4 times. So the leadoff runner on for the Rams, who need some runs here in the 5th. Try and cut into this Beacon lead. Top of the order, and Camille DeRogers. 384 hitter coming in. She is 0 for 2 with a weak ground out to the mound and a pop up to first. Both off the end of the bat. Pitch up and away to Greenspan. Greenspan has continued her stretch of dominant performances in the circle for the Beacons, coming off her complete game win on Tuesday against UMass Dartmouth. On the ground, past the diving third baseman Bellotta. Back-to-back singles for Framingham State as the sticks are coming to life.
Now batting the shortstop, number 8, Michaela Moody.
Michaela Moody's 2 for 2 today. Had 2 of the 3 hits coming into this inning, now 2 of the 5 hits for the Rams. She also has 9 sacrifice bunts this season. Down 7, showing no sign of bunting as she takes ball 1. Only 1 strikeout today for Greenspan. This is where she could use a second. Nobody out. Beacons ahead 7-0. It's well blocked behind the plate. By the way, Ali Diuti has stayed in the game at catcher after pinch running for Vento. Pitch is up and away. So, as of now, this gives Roxy Vento a chance to rest those knees just a bit before Game 2 of the doubleheader and gives valuable innings to the freshman Diuti. Greenspan catches the outside corner. Two aboard, nobody out. Top 5, Beacons ahead 7-0. There's a called strike on the outside corner, and it runs the count full. Three-two, nobody out. Again, down 7. You don't take many risks on the base pass, but this wouldn't be the weirdest situation to start the runners. Grounder at third. Bellotta steps on the bag and gets the lead runner. Big first out for the Beacons. Well played by Ari Bellotta. Dick retired 5 unassisted. DeRochers to second. And Moody on to first via the fielder's choice. With 1 out, Grace Coy hits. She's grounded to short and walked today, 0 for 1. Coy, a .370 hitter for a Framingham State team that hits .318 as a team. Popped up, Bellotta's there in foul territory, 2 quick outs. Now, Jess Greenspan has been great with runners on base today. Forced Framingham State to strand 2 on in the first, 2 more on in the 4th. Looking to do the same here in the 5th and give the Beacons a chance to win it in the bottom of the 5th. Farrah Adams in the cleanup spot, 1 for 2, a single and a fly out. Both those balls hit to right. Takes that pitch high.
Player number 15, Farrah Adams.
Greenspan was an all-state pitcher in Connecticut during her high school days. Misses low here. She'll be back to her home state of Connecticut coming up this weekend. Beacons go play at EastCon, Eastern Connecticut State, for 2. Greenspan delivers a ball outside. 3-0 count. Greenspan trying to work her way back against Adams. And the dust kicks up once again, so Greenspan will take time. So composed out there. She always looks in control when she's in the circle. Here's a 3-0. There's a strike. Split the plate in half. Still hitters count for Adams in the driver's seat. Farrah Adam, the designated player. The 3-1 is ball 4 outside. So the bases are loaded after the third walk issued by Greenspan today. Best chance of the day for the Rams. Will be up to the senior Lauren Salisbury. Grounded out to third with runners on the corners in the first. Popped up to first in the fourth. Greenspan starts off the plate, ball 1. Here comes Greenspan's 1-0. There's a called strike on the inside corner. Good spot. Jess Greenspan trying to work out of a jam here. Top 5. Keep the Beacons ahead 7-0 and keep her sheet clean. Rise ball is up out of the zone. It's 2-1. With nowhere to put Lauren Salisbury. Two ones fouled back. It's a good cut from Salisbury, who just missed it. Interestingly, after that swing, Salisbury coming up a little bit lame. Ball didn't hit her. She hit the ball straight back to the screen. Wonder if she put some pressure on her plant foot. Athletic training staff keeping an eye on her. That's her left leg that she's favoring, the leg that she steps on when she swings. Lauren Salisbury, the senior in the batting order for this Framingham State squad. Again, just favoring that left leg. After planting the foot and making the swing. We'll see if she stays in this game. Her coach, Larry Miller, talking to the home plate umpire. And Salisbury is going to have to exit the game. So Salisbury comes out. And Marissa Vellucci enters the game. It's a tough break for Salisbury and a tough situation for Vellucci to walk into. 2-ball, 2-strike count. Bases loaded. Only the 6th at bat all year for Vellucci. She is 1 for 6. Stepping into a 2-2, 2-out, bases loaded situation. Greenspan coming home. Oh, that's called a ball. 3-2. So the merry-go-round will be on. Bases loaded, runners get the head start. Here comes the payoff pitch from Greenspan. Fought off. Fastball riding in, and Vellucci got a piece of it. Another payoff pitch. Caught on and missed. It's a huge strikeout for Jess Greenspan, her second of this game. Keeps the bases loaded. Jess Greenspan works out of a fifth inning jam. We go to the bottom of the fifth. Beacons need one to win it, up 7-0. All right, we got a lot of changes for you as we head to the bottom of the fifth due to that injury. Let's start with the new pitcher, Marissa Vellucci, who just entered the game to hit pitches after Kelsey Gunaratne pitched the first four, gave up the 7 runs. Gunaratne is out of the game. Vellucci on the mound. Entering the game, Ashley Sousa. She's gone into catch. The catcher, DeRochers, has moved to shortstop, and the shortstop, Moody, has moved to center field. So Michaela Moody in center. Camille DeRochers at short. Talking about the versatility. And Ashley Sousa goes in behind the plate. And Marissa Vellucci's into the game. 8th appearance for Vellucci. 2-0, 4.42 ERA. She's pitched 12 and 2/3 innings, given up 18 hits, walked 12, struck out 12. It's 7-0 Beacons as we play the bottom of the fifth. 1 run in this inning will do it. Beacons send out 7, 8, 9 to Senso, Harlinski, and Paulina. First pitch to DeCenso is ball 1. Eight hits for the Beacons off Gunaratne to go along with his 7 runs. DeCenso comes up empty. Gunaratne also walked 2. Of those 7 runs, 6 were earned. She struck out 6, including DeCenso twice. 1-1 from Vellucci is down low. Maybe a preview of what we see in Game 2, or you may see Grace Coy, who's playing first base here in Game 1. Coy has made 6 starts today, or this season for Framingham State in the circle. May make her 7th in the second game. Vellucci misses low and away. Vellucci is a sophomore. She's from Tyngsboro, Massachusetts. There's ball 4, leadoff walk, winning run is aboard for the Beacons here in the bottom of the fifth. Let's see if the Beacons play small ball here. Try and get that winning run home. Sarah Harlinski, who has struck out and singled, will bat. Harlinski, good hitter to have up here in a bunting situation. She's a slap hitter, can handle the bat. Chance to beat out a bunt. Harlinski slap bunting, missed. Strike 1. It's still a bunt situation for the Beacons. Vellucci. And it's 0-2. So now Sarah Harlinski will likely be swinging away. Trying to battle and do it with her bat. Harlinski takes high, 1-2 from Vellucci. DeCenso at first. If she scores, the game is over, and the Beacons take the opener of this doubleheader. Swing and a miss. Strikeout for Vellucci. It's her first, one away. Lineup moves to Paulina. Taylor Paulina has singled and popped to second today. Scored one of the Beacons 7 runs after singling in the third. Paulina lines this off the pitcher's mitt, stops at second. That's where Pellin flips it in for the out. Score that a 1-4-6 fielder's choice. Paulina's aboard. Brings up Gigi Braga as the Beacons look to extend this inning, try to end the game in the 5th. Braga has been on base 3 times this game, 2 singles and a fielder's choice. She has scored all 3 times. Beacons' top of the order has been deadly today. Braga takes a strike. So Braga 2 for 3, 3 runs. Giovanna Bonilla 1 for 3, a run and an RBI. Roxy Vento 2 for 2 with 3 RBIs. Braga on the ground is short. Here's DeRochers just in, and she beats the speedy Braga to end the inning. Well played by Camille DeRochers, who's generally the catcher for Framingham State. Game will extend to the 6th with the Beacons ahead 7-0. We go to the 6th inning, 7-0 UMass Boston. Let's take a look around Beaconville as we start the 6th. Outdoor track and field competing at Smith College. Women's tennis is hosting Thomas College. Men's lacrosse is at UMass Dartmouth. Men's tennis at Castleton, and baseball hosting Plymouth State. That's all coming up this weekend around Beaconville. Have some defensive changes. We'll bring them to you as soon as we get them given to us. All right, one change. It's Kaylee Ruggiero into the game in the spot of Giovanna Bonilla. So Ruggiero is in. Could lead off next inning. She moves to right field. And Paulina moves from right to center as Bonilla is out of the game for the time being. Some of the Beacons' top players getting removed from this game with the 7-0 lead as Natalie Ardagna looks to get them ready for game 2, and Beacons try to hold on here.
In the 2 spot, number 7, Kaylee Ruggiero.
The first pitch to Kaylee Sherman is taken for ball 1. A strikeout and a hit by pitch for Sherman so far today against Jess Greenspan. Into her 6th inning of work, she pitched out of a bases-loaded jam last inning. Misses low on this pitch. First of 2 between the Beacons and the Rams on a breezy Thursday afternoon on the campus of UMass Boston, just off the bay. Off the end of the bat, back to Greenspan. Her throw in time to DeCenso, 1 down. It's a good thing Jess Greenspan fields her position well because she induces so many of those balls off the end of the bat. Makes her pretty busy. Layla Pepin will bat next. Pepin grounded out to second and bounced into a fielder's choice in her first 2 at-bats. Strike 1 on the inside corner. Greenspan starting with that first strike. A 1 on the ground is short. Braga to her left. This is a long throw on time. Gigi Braga was first team all-conference last year, not just for her bat, but because she is also a tremendous defensive shortstop. 2 up, 2 down quickly in the 6th.
Now batting number 17, the second baseman, Kamari Pellin.
First time we'll see Kamari Pelland hit. She entered for Vic Ziner after the fourth inning. Ziner was 0 for 2. Pelland takes ball 1. Kamari Pelland is 4 for 9 with 3 runs this season. Pelland takes a strike on the inside corner. Kamari Pelland, freshman from Fitchburg, Massachusetts, out of Fitchburg High School. Grounder left of third and left of the diving Bellotta, hit hard but foul. 0-2 strike count to Kamari Pelland. Here it comes. Off the plate, ball 2. Greenspan looking to breeze through the 6th, and the Beacons will have 2, 3, 4 in the order due up in the bottom of the 6th, trying to put the game away, already up 7. Off the end of the bat, right back to Greenspan. It is her second 1-2-3 inning of this game. Beacons again need just a run, leading 7-0 through 5.5. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Beacons need 1 to win it. And the leadoff batter here in the 2 spot, batting for Giovanna Bonilla, is Kaylee Ruggiero, the freshman from Southbury, Connecticut.
Bottom of the 6th, the right fielder, number 7, Kaylee Ruggiero.
Ruggiero hitting at .227 this year, 5 for 22. This is her 13th game of her freshman season. She takes ball 1. Bonilla was 1 for 3 in this game, a single and a run, drove in a run as well in the 4th inning. Ball 2. Does look like Ali Diute will bat for herself as well, as she replaced Roxy Vento behind the plate a couple innings ago. Big swing and a foul ball. It's a healthy cut from Ruggiero. Brings the count to 2-1. Swing and a miss. Good pitch from Marissa Vellucci in her second inning of relief work. Worked around a leadoff walk in the 5th to get the next 3 and extend the game to the 6th inning. Two. Swing and a miss. She went around. So Vellucci picks up her second strikeout. 1 down to the 6th. First at bat today for Ali Diute.
The catcher, number 11, Ali Diute.
Diute, one of the 2 Diute twins, along with her sister Gigi from Braintree, Massachusetts. And she swings through strike 1. Braintree, another school with a similar color scheme. Don't have to swap out the blue and white. Diute is 3 for her first 12 at the college level. Foul tips this one. It's hard to find a lot of playing time as a catcher right now with Roxy Vento in her senior season, but the playing time will be there starting next year. Wide open for Diuti. There's a swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 quick strikeouts from Marissa Vellucci. Brings up the cleanup batter, Ari Bellata, who doubled and was stranded on third back in the fourth. Ground out, line out, and double for Bellata. She takes the ball. So she's now 20 for 34 on the season. The math, that's still right around a 600 batting average. Off the end of the bat, falling quickly into the corner. Fair ball, almost a carbon copy of Bellata's last at bat, her second double. So Ari Bellata in scoring position. She represents the winning run. Could come home on a base hit from Kelly Danahy. Danahy's grounded out to first, walked and hit a sacrifice fly to right for her 11th RBI of the season. Vellucci's first pitch to Danahy is a strike. If we do make it to the top of the 7th, it'll be 9-1-2 for Framingham State. Dick, DeRosiers, and Moody. Lined up the middle, past the diving DeRosiers. Bellata at third on her way home. Here comes the throw. She is safe, and the ball game's over. Beacons win 8-0 in 6. So UMass Boston wins the opener to move to 13-9. Framingham State falls to 7-10. The win goes to Jess Greenspan. She's 10-3. Kelsey Gunaratna falls to 4-6. 8-0 win for the Beacons in 6. We'll be back in about 20 minutes' time with game number 2 next on the Beacons Broadcast Network. Back at the Clark Athletic Center, the Beacon Softball Stadium. Game 2 of the doubleheader between Framingham State and UMass. Boston Beacons looking for a sweep. They took game 1 8-0 behind a complete game from Jess Greenspan. 3 RBIs from Roxy Vento. Been spotlighting Beacons all season long. Been great to get to know them. Today we're going to spotlight Kira Pressmack and her love of theater and how she has been able to stay involved with that throughout her softball career.
I became interested in theater when I was around 10 years old. I was like in fourth grade. I did my first commercial for Capri Sun. And from then on, I just started doing things in tech, in the technical world of theater. And then I started doing things on stage when I was in about fifth or sixth grade. And then when I got to middle school, I was just straight doing theater and sports only. And in high school is when I really got into choreography. I choreographed a couple musicals in high school. I was also a four-time Best Actress for my UIL show. And so I stopped doing theater when I got to college to focus on softball because I knew it was going to be a big commitment. And then my love for it just returned this past semester. I was a stage manager for our first show in the fall, and then I was an actor for the second show. And now this semester, as I'm in my season, I am assistant directing the school play that we have this semester as well. Our first show in the fall was called New Voices, New Stories, and it's a compilation of plays written by students here at the school. And I auditioned for both New Voices and Student Body, which was the second show. And I got casted in the second show, and they said they needed an extra stage manager or assistant stage manager for the first one. I was like, sure, why not? I've never had the experience, and I thought it would be a really great one. So that was that process. And throughout the stage manager process, it was really, I think I signed up for something that I really wasn't prepared for. But at the end of the day, it was a really, really good experience. I'm glad I even got the chance to do it because now I have the knowledge that I need to know if I ever have to do it again. But I was still going to practice and lift. So I had rehearsal for about 4 hours every night when I was stage managing. And then I had a little break from stage managing and in the show I was acting in. And when I first got to the first rehearsal, I was ecstatic. I had felt so much nostalgia from stage managing because I wanted to be on stage. I wanted to be running lines. I wanted to be doing blocking. And then when we first got there and did the first read through and talked about our characters, did character development, oh, I was so happy. I was more than happy. I don't even have words to explain it. My goal for theater right now, since I'm an EHS major and a theater minor, I think I just want to keep doing it and keep doing it because it's something that I love and just continuing to find opportunities to be a part of something great and a part of something so creative and just great experience overall to be a part of. I think after I graduate, I still want to continue doing it while working. I haven't decided yet, but I definitely think it's going to be something, a part of my life forever.
Back at the Clark Athletic Center, we are set for game number 2 of the doubleheader between the Framingham State Rams and UMass Boston Beacons. Bill Spalding, glad to be with you. Beacons took game 1 8-0 to move to 13-9 on the season and drop Framingham State to 7-10. So running through the starting lineups, we'll start with visiting Framingham State. Cam DeRozier's back at catcher. She leads things off. Michaela Moody plays shortstop, bats second. Grace Coy will pitch this game. She bats third. Farrah Adam plays first base, bats fourth. Layla Pepin is the center fielder, batting fifth. Kirsten Dick plays third base, hits sixth. Kaylee Sherman in right field, bats seventh. Camry Pellin gets the start in left field, batting eighth, and hitting ninth is Vic Ziner, the second baseman. For UMass Boston, the Beacons send out shortstop Gigi Braga. Giovanni Bonilla, the center fielder, hits second. Roxy Vento, the DP, bats third. Then it's Ari Bellata, the cleanup batter, playing third base. Kelly Danahy, the second baseman, bats fifth. Some changes to the bottom third of the order. Cassidy Gaeta starts in game 2, plays first base, hits sixth. Kira Pressmack plays left field starting game 2. She bats seventh. In the 8th spot, it's the right fielder Drew Washington, who also did not play in game 1. And batting ninth and catching, Ali Diuti, who came in relief of Vento with the Beacons ahead 7-0 in game number 1. The pitcher for UMass Boston is Haley Catania, the freshman from Amesbury, Massachusetts. 10 games, 9 starts for Catania. She's 3-4 with a 3.64 ERA. She's pitched 59 2/3 innings, given up 78 hits, 21 walks. She has struck out 24. So Catania for UMass Boston against Coy for Framingham State. Beacons looking to sweep the doubleheader in the regular season for the second straight year. Remember, though, the Beacons did fall in the NCAA tournament to Framingham State, so trying to complete the payback. Again, the numbers on Catania out of Amesbury, Mass. 3-4, 3.64 ERA. Opponent sitting 310 against her. Pitches to contact, has only walked 21 and struck out 24 in nearly 60 innings of work. DeRozier's did not have a hit in game 1. She entered this series hitting .386 on the season. Remember, she moved to shortstop after the injury to Lauren Salisbury, who was not in the lineup for game 2. Back to catcher here, and DeRozier's takes a first pitch strike from Catania. Haley Catania pitched at Amesbury High School, started game 2 of the doubleheader. UMass Dartmouth on Tuesday. Beacons ended up losing that one to split the doubleheader. In the air, left field. Pressmack started back, now comes in and puts it away for out number 1. With that wind blowing in from left, it's going to take an absolute rocket to carry in left field. And even then, the rocket might be blown out of the sky. That's how strong the wind is from left. Michaela Moody is next. Moody had 2 hits in game 1 of the doubleheader. Sitting at 184 on the season coming in. Rise ball is high. Framingham State had won 5 of 7 before game 1 of the doubleheader, so trying to salvage the split here in game 2. That's low. Well, let's see their outstanding pitcher, Kelsey Gunnarothny, in game number 2 after she gave up 7 runs in 4 innings in game 1. There's a strike on the outside corner. Beacons were able to get to Gunnarothny better than most. Led by Roxy Vento's 3 RBIs and Gigi Braga's 3 runs scored. 2-1 count. Pitch is low from Catania to Moody, who has been a pest today, getting on base out of that number 2 spot. Here's a 3-1 from the freshman Catania. That's a called strike, and it runs the count to 3-2. Catania's 3-2 pitch. Grounded foul. Umpires flip in game 2, so Arnie Walkin is behind the plate, and David Maestri has gone out into the field. Seventh pitch of the at-bat to Moody is fought off. Moody doing a nice job spoiling off the tough pitches, waiting for one to drive. She'll see an eighth pitch of the at-bat. First pitch came at 5:15 in Game 2 of this doubleheader. Probably have about hour and 45 minutes to 2 hours of daylight left. Beacons won Game 1 in about an hour and 45 minutes with the 6-inning, 8-0 win. Eighth pitch of the at-bat to Moody coming. On the ground is short. Going to be a tough play for Braga. No chance against a slap hitter. It's an infield single. Third hit today for Michaela Moody. Now Grace Coyle looked to help herself. Starting pitcher for Framingham State. She bats in the 3-hole. Coy, a .370 hitter entering today with 2 home runs and 15 RBIs. First pitch strike from Catania. Coy fights that off, foul, inside out swing. Quickly 0-2. So Catania up in the count here, chance to entice Coy to fish. The 1-2 in the air, foul and out of play. Three and 4 record for Catania in her 9 starts this year. On the ground is short. Braga steps on the bag for one. On to first, a double play. 6-3 double play. It ends the top of the first. No runs, 1 hit, nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the first. Framingham State, nothing. Beacons coming to bat. What defense by Braga, who has been so good for UMass Boston defensively throughout her career. She'll lead things off to start the bottom of the first as well. The Beacons send up a lineup that looks like this. Gigi Braga plays shortstop, leads off. Giovanni Bonilla, the center fielder, bats second. Roxy Vento, designated player today, hits third. Ari Bellata, the third baseman, bats fourth. Kelly Danahy, the second baseman, hits fifth. Cassidy Gaeta will bat in the sixth spot. She's followed by Kira Pressmack, the left fielder, batting seventh. In the eighth spot, it's Drew Washington playing right, and Ali Diuti catching in this game. That's ninth. You got good hitters spread all throughout the lineup for the Beacons here in this game. The pitcher in game 2 for Framingham State is Grace Coy. For Coy, this is her 7th start of the season. She is 1-4 with a 4.60 ERA. 2 saves as well for Coy. 35 innings pitched. She's given up 46 hits, walked 14, and struck out 13. Coy, a freshman, making a sophomore out of Mendon, Massachusetts. The sophomore Grace Coy will face junior Gigi Braga. Defense for Framingham State behind Coy. Camry Telland is in left field. Layla Pepin in center. Kaylee Sherman in right. Kirsten Dick at third. Michaela Moody at short. Vic Ziner at second. Farah Adam at first. And Cam DeRogers is behind the plate. Gigi Braga was on base 3 times in game 1. Braga had 2 singles. She scored 3 runs. 2 for 4 day overall for Braga, who is now 6 for her last 9. She takes up and in for a ball. 6 for her last 9 plus 2 walks, so on base 8 of her last 11 plate appearances. 1-0 from Coy, up out of the zone. Is Framingham State pitchers like to work up in the zone, which is just a little bit different. Can be unsettling because so often pitchers try to live low. A 2-0 pitch is also high and tight. 3-0 to Braga. Coy to the plate. There's strike one. Braga, Bonilla, and Vento to start things off for the Beacons here. Bottom one, they won 8-0 in game one today. And Braga walks. 5-pitch walk starts the bottom of the first. The speedster aboard for the Beacons. Giovanna Bonilla is next. She was 1 for 3, drove in a run with a single, and scored a run in the Beacons' 8-0 Game 1 win. Entered today hitting at .486. She takes a strike from Coy. Top of the Beacon order combined for 4 RBIs, top 3 in the order, and 4 runs scored in Game 1. Bonilla takes low. Beacons trying to jump out early, maintain that momentum from that 8-0 Game 1 win. On the ground, slowly the pitcher. Going to be a tough play, and Bonilla's safe. Not even a chance to throw for Coy. The patented swinging bunt is an infield single. 2 on, nobody out for Roxy Vento. This has the recipe of a big inning. Vento had a single, a triple. She drove in 3. She also walked in Game 1. With her 2 for 2 Game 1, she is now 37 for 73. So Vento is hitting above 500. Entering the 23rd game of the season for the Beacons. With those 3 RBIs, she's up to 27 on the season. Vento hits it hard, back to the pitcher. Coy goes to third and gets the lead runner. Smooth play by Grace Coy, 1 away. Ari Bellotto will bat. She had back-to-back doubles to end game number 1. Scored the game-winning run in the bottom of the 6th. 2 for 4 day for Bellotto, so she is now hitting 21 for 35 and even 600 on the season. Runners going on a double steal, and everybody's safe. Bonilla takes third. Vento to second. Was a called strike on Bellotto. And 21 of 35, even 600 on the season in her 13th game of the year. Here's an 0-1 to Bellotto. Call this strike, it's 0-2. It's a big confidence boost to get that last out for Coy on Vento. Trying to take out the 3 and 4 hitters back-to-back and have a chance to escape this inning unscathed. Bellotto on the ground. This will score the run. The shortstop Moody throws to third in time to get the middle runner. RBI fielder's choice for Ari Bellotto. It scores Bonilla. Vento is retired on the 6-5 play. Ari Bellotto's 11th RBI of the season. He can score a run in the first for the second straight game. Up comes Kelly Danahy. Danahy's single scored Bellotto to end the game via the 8-run rule in the 6th inning of Game 1. Also had a sacrifice fly, 2 RBIs in game 1, up to 12 on the season. "1-0 from Coy is a called strike. Ball on a strike to the sophomore Danahy. Danahy out of Silver Lake Regional High School, Kingston, Mass. 1-1 in the air, shallow left. Going to be a tough play for the shortstop. Moody going out. Instead, the left fielder Pellin coming in, puts it away and ends the first. Beacons get 1. They do it on 1 hit, 1 walk, leave a runner aboard. We head to the second, 1-0 Beacons on the Beacons Broadcast Network. We go to the top of the second. UMass Boston leading game 2 of the doubleheader 1-0 after the first. An RBI ground out from Ari Bellata scored Giovanna Bonilla. 4-5-6 for Framingham State. They did have a hit in the first inning, but Michaela Moody was erased from the base paths on a double play to end the first. So the cleanup batter, Farrah Adam, is next. Playing first base in game 2 of the doubleheader. She was the designated player in game 1. First pitch strike from Haley Catania. Freshman right-hander from Amesbury, Massachusetts, the Cape Ann League Player of the Year last year. 4 straight Cape League championships with her Amesbury High School team. Slow hit right back to her. Catania fields. 1 down. Important start for Catania here to build some confidence heading into Saturday's conference doubleheader against Eastern Connecticut State. So far, she's been starting almost every game 2 of the doubleheader after Jess Greenspan starts game 1. 5-hole hitter is the center fielder Layla Pepin, entering this doubleheader hitting at .362. Pepin's moved up in the order with the injury to Salisbury. Lawrence Salisbury seemed to hurt her left knee in the 5th inning of game 1, not in the lineup in game 2. A 2-0 count to Pepin. Catania splits the plate in half for a strike, 2-1. In the air, left field, Pressmack going back, still on the move, settles underneath it and puts it away. Well, that was wind aided because Pepin smoked it. 2 down. Three in a row retired by Catania, brings up Kirsten Dick. Dick was in the 9-hole in game 1. She also entered this doubleheader hitting above 500. There's a strike. Beg your pardon, hitting above 300, hitting .317 on the season entering. On the ground, foul left of third, well hit. Quickly 0-2 to Kirsten Dick. Tough hitters, shadows right now. Pitcher still in the light, the hitters in the shadows. Though by next inning, the pitcher and the hitters should be fully in the shadows. Pitch up and out off speed. 1-2. Now the 1-2 rises up for a ball, 2-2. Already 2 down in this inning as well. Beacons lead 1-0. Game 2 of the doubleheader. A non-conference double dip in between 2 conference doubleheaders. Split with UMass Dartmouth Tuesday. Play Eastern Connecticut State on the road Saturday. Two is just high and the count runs full. So from 0-2 down, Kirsten Dick has run this count back. Catania's 3-2. Swing and a miss. First strikeout for Haley Catania. It's a 1-2-3 inning in the top of the second. We go to the bottom of the frame, 1-0 Beacons. Oh, no. We go to the bottom of inning number 2 on the Beacons Broadcast Network. Bill Spalding, glad to be with you. 1-0 UMass Boston leads Framingham State, looking to sweep the doubleheader. Beacons' second turn against Grace Coy, 6-7-8 for UMass Boston. Cassidy Gata, Kira Pressmack, and Drew Washington. For all 3, their first at-bats of the doubleheader did not play in Game 1. They all start Game 2. The sophomore from North Reading, Gata, leads things off.
Off the bottom of the second inning, the first baseman, number 22.
Hitting .211 on the season, 8 for 38 with a home run and 8 RBIs. Gata takes first pitch strike. 4-time All-League player at North Reading High School, majors in business administration here at UMass Boston. Sophomore pitcher Grace Coy to the plate. Off the fist, right back to Coy, 1 down. Good job getting that inside. We'll bring up Kira Pressmack. Pressmack's been good this year. In 16 games, 14 starts. She's hitting at .310, 13 for 42. Also has 3 stolen bases.
The left fielder, number 12, Kira Pressmack.
Pressmack takes back a bunt. Ball 1. And run a couple balls down and left already today, including a good ranging catch in the sun last frame. Pressmack loops it over the top of the shortstop, Moody. It's a base hit. Well done by Kira Pressmack. 1 out base runner for the Beacons. Brings up the sophomore Drew Washington, making her 3rd start of this season. Washington is 1 for 8 on the year. Good chance for Drew to get an at-bat here. Sophomore out of Bordentown, New Jersey. It's a strike about as high as it'll go in the zone, 0-1. There's an 0-1 pitch. Rising high, runner going. Throw is on time and gets Pressmack. Quick trigger from Cam DeRogers. 2 down. Camille DeRogers with a gun. Now the 1-1 to Washington. Swings through it, 1-2. Could turn into a quick one for Grace Coy. That's inside for a ball. Washington looking for her second hit of the year. Fouls back. Here comes another 2-2. Fouled off. Washington battling Coy. She'll see a 7th pitch of this at-bat. Another 2-2. Is down low. It's 3-2. So here comes the 8th pitch of the at-bat to Washington, who has worked Coy here with 2 down. In the air, right center field, long run in, and Kaylee Sherman's there. That does it for the second. Coy faces the minimums. The Beacons get 1 hit, but Pressmack's caught stealing. We go to the third, still 1-0 UMass Boston. We move to the top of the third. So far through 2, Haley Catania, the freshman, has faced the minimum, allowing 1 hit. Had a double play behind her. Had a 1-2-3 second. She's retired 4 in a row. 7-hole hitter Kaylee Sherman is next. Sherman entered this doubleheader, hitting at .279 on the season with a home run. Catania starts her with ball 1. Shadows continue to make their way out over the field now, basically all the way to the rubber. Ball 2. And temperatures continue to drop now into the mid-40s. Wind still whipping off the water behind us. There's a strike from Catania. Still has not walked anybody through 2 innings. Here comes the 2-1. Misses down and in to run the count to 3-1 to the leadoff hitter in the third. Now a 3-1 pitch. Off the fists over the pitcher. Tough play. Braga. Catch, throw, got her. Gigi Braga showing off the range. One down. He's made some really strong plays at short throughout this doubleheader. There's another one to lead off the third. Brings up Camry Pellin starting game 2 in left field. Pellin first pitch swinging out to center. Easy for Giovanna Bonilla, 2 away. Haley Catania pitching to contact, and it's paying off. The defense solid behind her. She's retired 6 straight. Vic Ziner is next. Catania starts Ziner with a strike. Vic Ziner was 0 for 2 in game 1 of the doubleheader. Now 13 for 39 on the season, a .333 average. Line, left field, hooking out of play. Another 0-2, foul back. All freshman battery for the Beacons with Catania and Diuti. The 0-2. In the air, shallow center. Bonilla coming in and puts away another. Another 1-2-3 inning. Catania has retired 7 straight. We go to the bottom of the third. 1-0 Beaks. Bottom of the third in Beaconville, 1-0 UMass Boston. Game 2 of a doubleheader with Framingham State. Beacons looking to sweep it. They took game 1 8-0 in 6. 9-1-2 for UMass Boston to start the third. Ali Diuti, the freshman from Braintree, catching in game 2 of this doubleheader.
The catcher, number 11, Ali Diuti.
Diuti is now 3 for 13 on the season. Was 0 for 1 in game 1. And she takes low. Former Womp of Braintree, the Braintree Womps, one of the more unique nicknames in Massachusetts high school sports. Strike on the outside corner. Strong athletic programs in Braintree, particularly their high school girls basketball team, which is a multiple-time state champion. 1-1 to Diuti. In the air, shallow center. Pepin in, the shortstop Moody goes back and makes the catch. 1 down. We'll flip the lineup over to Gigi Braga, who walked back in the first. Braga on base 4 times in the doubleheader now. She has scored 3 runs. It's 2 doubleheaders in a row where she's really set the table well. Drops down a good bunt. Coy fields, throws, not in time. Infield single, Gigi Braga. Now 7 for her last 10. She's aboard, 1 away, and Giovanna Bonilla, who's 2 for 4 in the doubleheader, will bat. Bonilla singled and scored back in the first, the only run of Game 2.
The center fielder, number 5, Giovanna Bonilla.
First pitch ball to Bonilla. With her 2 for 4 today, her average continues to climb. She is now 37 for 74. She is at 500 on the season. Same 37 for 74 as Roxy Vento, who will bat next. Bonilla takes low. Here's a 2-0 delivery, rising high. Three balls, no strikes to Giovanni Bonilla. Strike 1. Coy trying to work her way back, 1 down. Don't want to put 2 on for Vento and Bellata, who follow. Bonilla hard on the ground is second. Ziner bobbles, no chance. It's an error on second baseman Vic Ziner, allowing Bonilla to reach. 2 on, 1 away in the third. Beacon's trying to add to their 1-0 lead. Brings up Roxy Vento, hit into a fielder's choice back in the first. Vento now 2 for 3 on the day, 3 RBIs back in Game 1 of the doubleheader. Takes first pitch ball from Coy. Slides inside, 2-0 to Vento. Roxy reaches to load the bases. Ari Bellata is next, 2 for 5 on the day. Vento hits it hard at second. Ziner gloves. This one goes the short way to first for out number 2. Braga to third, Bonilla to second. See if Ari Bellata can pick up a clutch hit and put UMass Boston ahead by 3. Bellata's ground ball back in the first drove in the game's only run, her 11th RBI of the season. 2 for 5 on the day with 2 doubles. Both came back in Game 1. Coy misses low. Bellata hits this to right, fairly deep, and it's well played. Kaylee Sherman runs it over and tracks it down. Beacons leave 2 aboard on a hit and an error. We go to the 4th, still 1-0, UMass Boston. Here's what's coming up for the Beacons. Big conference doubleheaders ahead. Eastern Connecticut State on Saturday on the road. University of Southern Maine on Tuesday on the road. And then home non-conference a week from today versus Lesley University for a 3:30 and 5:30 doubleheader. Beacons looking to sweep this doubleheader. They lead 1-0 heading to the fourth. Haley Catania faced the minimum through the first three, allowed one hit. That Michaela Moody single was erased on a double play. She's retired the last 7 she's faced. Back to the top of the order, and Camille DeRochers. DeRochers flew out to left. The first of 2 fly balls hit to Kiera Pressmack in the first 3 innings. This is a liner to left, hooking and foul. Just left of the line for strike 1. The DeRochers got all over that pitch. Framingham State still looking for its first run of the day. Did not score in a 6-inning, 8-0 loss in Game 1, so we're now 9 innings in. This is the 10th time up for the Rams without a run. Jess Greenspan pitched the complete game shutout for the Beacons in Game 1. 0-2, popped up. Pressmack coming in. Braga going back, and it's the shortstop taking control. Gigi Braga puts it away for out number 1. It's not to say Framingham State hasn't had their chances today. In Game 1, they twice left 2 on base, and they once left the bases loaded. Haven't had anywhere near the chances yet in Game 2. Don't even have a runner in scoring position yet. Michaela Moody has 3 hits today, including the only hit in Game 2, a single. She ended up being doubled off on a ground ball to short. Strike 1 to Moody. Grounder at third. Bellotta gloves. Not much time to waste. Her throw is in time to get Moody. Had to be perfect against the slap hitter. 2 down. That's 9 in a row retired by Catania. Now the pitcher, Grace Coy, who hit into a double play with a grounder to short. Led to a 6-3 double play back in the first. Strike on the outside corner from Catania. Great outing so far from Haley Catania. Pitching to contact, hasn't walked anybody, has only struck out 1. Off the end of the bat, out to fairly deep left. Pressmack into the gap, makes the running catch, and ends the inning. It's a 3-up, 3-down fourth. Kiera Pressmack's been busy out and left at the midway point. 1-0 UMass Boston. How stupid is this? We go to the bottom of the fourth. Pitchers duel brewing Game 2, a doubleheader. Beacons won Game 1, 8-0. They lead Framingham State 1-0 in Game 2. 5-6-7 for UMass Boston versus Grace Coy. Coy has pitched around some trouble. She's given up 3 hits. She has also walked one, and her teammates have made an error behind her through the first 3 innings, but she's allowed just the 1 run. Kelly Danahy flew out to left field back in the first. She bats here to start the 4th. First pitch low from Coy. Framingham State dives back into conference action on the weekend. They'll take on Westfield State. Slow grounder bounces off Danahy for a strike. Danahy in high school, a state finalist at Silver Lake Regional, 2-time Patriot League All-Star. On the ground is second. That's Ziner. 1 down. Grace Coy pitching pretty well. Working your way through a Beacon order that touched up the ace, Gunnar Athna, for 8 runs in game 1. Cassidy Gaeta next. Popped up to the pitcher. She was jammed back in the second, her first at bat of the day. Takes a strike on the outside corner here. Gaeta, Pressmack, and Washington, the next 3, all starting in game 2 after not playing in game 1. Gaeta lays off the high fastball, 1-1. The 1-1 drops low. Beacon's laying off the junk so far against Coy. Haven't chased out of the zone. No strikeouts yet for Coy today. Here's a 2-1. On the ground at second. It's Ziner once more. Clean field and throw. 2 down. Back-to-back groundouts to second to start the 4th. Second at bat of the day for Kira Pressmack. Pressmack singled over the shortstop back in the second inning. So she's 1 for 1 on the day, up to 14 for 43 on the season. That's nearly 333. Pressmack takes strike 1. Third baseman Kirsten Dick playing way in, guarding against the slap. 0-1 flared away. It's 0-2. Coy looking for her second inning facing the minimum. She had a 1-2-3 second, though Pressmack reached and was eventually caught stealing. Two strikes swinging from Pressmack to fight off a high fastball. Count stays at 0-2. Pressmack in the air to left field. Oh, good catch by the shortstop Moody, who's had a heck of a day today. Moody runs it down. It's a 1-2-3 4th. Quickly moving to the 5th. 1-0 Beacons.
Boston, now playing in left field, number 4, Brittany Burkett.
We move to the top of the 5th defensive change for the Beacons. Brittany Burkett is into the game, taking over for Kira Pressmack. She'll play left field. So Burkett in. Freshman out of Pittsfield, Massachusetts. 1-0 Beacons as we head to the top of inning number 5. That lone Beacon run came back in the first. It's been all that Haley Catania's needed. She's retired 10 in a row and faced the minimum 12 batters to get 12 outs. Farrah Adam leads off. The cleanup batter takes strike 1. Adam hit a weak ground out to first back in the second. Only base runner today for Framingham State was Michaela Moody, who singled in the first. The next pitch was a double play. Liner foul to right, 0-2. Oh-2 from Catania. In the air to left. The ball finds you when you get into the game. Burkett puts it away, out number 1. Without fail, you come into the game, ball's going to be hit to you pretty quickly. So Burkett makes the catch. That is the 4th fly out to left in just 4 1/3 innings for Framingham State. Left fielders have been busy. Layla Pepin is next. She has one of those flyouts to left, to deep left back in the second. Catania misses high. Catania's 1-0. It's called a strike. That's at the letters, 1-1. One to Pepin is in the dirt, 2-1. Pepin, one of 3 freshmen starting today for Framingham State. Again, they only had the 1 senior in the starting lineup in Game 1, Salisbury, and she does not play in Game 2. Popped foul, it gets out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes, Catania working on Pepin. Here comes the 2-2 delivery. Way out of the zone. Count is full. Still just a 1-0 game, so it's tying run at the plate. In the 5th. 3-2. In the air to right. That's where Drew Washington patrols and puts it away for the second out. That's 12 straight retired by Catania.
Baseman number 7, Kirsten Dick.
Kirsten Dick will hit. She struck out swinging back in the second. The only strikeout today for Catania, who's trusting her outfield. A lot of fly ball outs, but not all that many hard hit. First pitch to Dick is a strike at the knees. Hard fastball in for a strike, 0-2. What an outing for the freshman Catania. Here she comes to the plate. Off speed, on the ground, Braga fields, throws. Got her on a bang-bang play from the hole. That is 13 straight retired by Haley Catania. Another 3 up, 3 down inning. To the bottom of the 5th we go, 1-0 Beacons. Had ourselves quite the pitchers duel. To the bottom of the fifth we go. UMass Boston leads Framingham State 1-0. Bill Spalding with you on the Beacons Broadcast Network. Beacons won game one, 8-0. Grace Coy has given up just one run on only 3 hits through 4 innings, but for her right now, she'd be the pitcher of record on the losing end because Haley Catania has given up just 1 base runner, 1 single back in the first. So Catania slightly getting the upper hand of Coy. Both pitchers have been great. For the Beacons, Drew Washington leads off in the 8-hole. First pitch swinging, smokes it at second, straight to Ziner. That was hammered, maybe the hardest hit ball of the game. Loud out 1. Ali Diuti is next. Popped up to short in the 3rd. Then it'll be the top of the order in Gigi Braga. Diuti, first pitch swinging, fouls it back. Third at bat of the day for Diuti. She had 1 at bat in game 1, struck out, hit that pop-up in game 2, getting good innings behind the plate here in this second game of the doubleheader. Rises high for a ball, 1-1. Good pitch from Coy, outside corner, knee high, 1-2. Been one of the best outings of the season so far for Grace Coy, and she's done it without striking out a batter. Like these two pitchers giving you the clinic that you don't need to strike out batters to have success. Just 1 combined strikeout, now 2 between the two of them, and they've given up just 1 run and 4 hits over 5. First strikeout for Coy. Lineup flips over for a 3rd time for the Beacons and Gigi Braga.
Now batting number 3, Jess Braga.
Braga has walked and singled today. And she takes a strike on the inside corner. Braga's played some solid defense at short today. A couple long throws, including one to end last inning from the hole. Oh, that was self-defense as that pitch rode inside on her, and she fights it off, 0-2. Well, once again, Grace Coy has a chance to get right through this inning, basically unscathed. It's called strike. So the last pitch was a ball. I thought it had bounced off Braga's bat. So 1-2 to Gigi Braga. Talked about the streak that Catania has. On the flip side, 7 straight retired right now by Grace Coy. Braga fights this one off. Gigi on the day is 3 for 5. Also has a walk, so continuing her good doubleheader performances. She was 4 for 5 in the last doubleheader against UMass Dartmouth. Braga takes wide. Insurance run would be big here for the Beacons if they can manufacture something. Braga watches that one go wide, runs the count full. Here comes the full count pitch. Lined at short and snagged. 2 loud outs in the inning. 2 smoked balls, 1 to Ziner and 1 to Moody. Nothing to show for it. We go to the 6th, still 1-0 Beacons. It has been the best outing of Haley Catania's freshman and college career for UMass Boston. She's pitched 5 innings, given up just 1 hit. She has retired 13 straight and faced the minimum 15 through 5. 7, 8, 9 in the order for the Rams. Beacons trying to sweep the doubleheader, get to 14-9 heading into a big conference matchup Saturday against Eastern Connecticut State. First pitch to Sherman is a strike. Sherman grounded to short back in the third. Catania's pitched well. The contact, a lot of first pitch strikes. Just the 1 strikeout, no walks. Induced a lot of fly ball outs. This could be another one. Fly ball, right field, Washington over. She makes the catch in fair territory right along the line. Camry Pellant will bat next. Flew out to center in the third. Catania starts with a pitch just low. Camry Pellant, the freshman, starting in Game 2. She came in off the bench in Game 1. It's a swing and a miss. Good pitch from Catania. Beacons pitchers have gone 11 1/3 innings without allowing a run today. Jess Greenspan in Game 1, and now Haley Catania in Game 2. Drop ball is low. Ball and a strike. Off the end of the bat to right field, falling quickly. Washington ranging over, makes the catch. Lunging out, there's 2 down. Taking extra bases away. Boy, the defense from the Beacons has been so good today, be it press Mac early in the game and left, Washington with play and right, and the shortstop defense from Braga. Beacons have retired 15 straight, led by Catania. 17 outs, only taken her 17 batters. First pitch to Zyder is a strike. Again, just 1 base runner, Michaela Moody's first inning single, and then she was doubled off on a 6-3 double play the following pitch. Off the end of the bat, shallow center, Braga's there. It's another 1-2-3 inning with 3 fly balls, 16 in a row for Catania. Heck of a play by Washington. We go to the bottom of the 6th, still 1-0. UMass Boston looking for some insurance. We go to the bottom of the 6th, still 1-0 Beacons. Meat of the order, 2, 3, 4, Bonilla, Vento, and Bellata. The pitchers today have combined to allow 4 hits. Grace Coy, 5 innings for Framingham State, 1 run on 3 hits. Haley Catania for UMass Boston, 6 innings, no runs, 1 hit. What a battle it has been. Giovanna Bonilla singled and scored the game's only run back in the first. She is 1 for 2, also reached on an error. One 0 to Bonilla. Lays off. It's high, 2-0. Looking ahead to the 7th, it'll be the top of the order. DeRozier's, Moody, and Coy. So again, the Beacons could use some insurance. There's a called strike. Two one on the way. And fouled off 2-2 to Giovanna Bonilla. 2 for 5 overall in the doubleheader for Bonilla. Scored a couple of runs and drove in one as well. Bonilla lines it at third. Wow, 3 of the last 4 outs have been smoked to 3 different infielders. Kirsten Dick grabs this one. Roxy Vento will bat next after a 2-for-2 game 1 with 3 RBIs. She's 0-for-2 in game 2. Grounded into a fielder's choice and then grounded out to second. First pitch swinging, it's fouled away. And up off the windows. Those are solid windows. You don't have to worry about any damage up there. Oh, 1 from Grace Coy, who's pitched admirably today, keeping Framingham State in it. And just not getting any run support at all. One one. Misses inside. It is 2-1. Vento out in front, tips it foul, 2-2. Here's a 2-2 pitch. In tight, ball 3. So full count to Vento. 8 in a row retired by Coy. Until now, a wrap single from Roxy Vento is back to 500 on this season with a 3-for-5 day. First Beacon base runner since the 3rd. First base runner for either side since the 3rd. A pinch run for Vento here. Beacon send out Sarah Harlinski. So Harlinski will get Vento off her feet.
First base, number 19, Sarah Harlinski.
And Ari Bellata will bat. Bounced into a fielder's choice to drive in the only run of this game back in the first. Bellata also flew out to right. That hit from Vento, only the Beacon's 4th of game 2, yet they still lead 1-0.
Now batting the third baseman, number 13, Ari Bellata.
First pitch strike on the outside corner. Bellata 2 for 6 during this doubleheader. 2 doubles in game 1. Hammers this into left for a sharp hit. After the Beacons had gone hitless over the last 3 innings, back-to-back singles from Vento and Bellata. Harlinski to second, Bellata to first, as UMass Boston looks for some insurance in the bottom of the 6th. Good chance for Kelly Danahy, who drove in a run to end game 1, 8-0 in 6. 0 for 2 in game 2, a fly out and a ground out. Takes a strike on the outside corner. Line drive into center field. Base hit. It's bobbled in center. Harlinski coming home. She scores. Bellotta to second. Danahy on to first. Give her the RBI on the single. Bellotta to third. 2 in scoring position. 2-0 Beacons. Framingham State will bring the infield together. Likely bring him in here. Can't afford to allow anything more to cross the plate. So a single for Danahy, give her the RBI. An error on the center fielder allows Bellotta to take third and Danahy to take second. Second error of the game, fourth of the day for Framingham State. Cassidy Gaeta bats next. Popped out to the pitcher and grounded to second in her first 2 at-bats. Infield is in for Framingham State with just 1 away, now down 2-0. Gate out in front of the drop ball. Hit hard, up the middle and through for a base hit. Gaeta comes through. Bellotta scores. And Danahy will hold it third. RBI single for Cassidy Gaeta. It's 3-0. Runners on the corners and only 1 down. Making a pitching change. Looks like we will have a change here after really good effort from Grace Coy. Only gave up 3 hits over the first 5. Gives up 4 more here right in a row in the 6th. So she goes 5 1/3, 7 hits. She's given up 3 runs at this point earned. Walked only 1. Didn't strike anybody out. She's responsible for the 2 runners on base. And the new pitcher is Marissa Vellucci, who closed out game 1, allowing 1 run over 2 innings in relief for Framingham State. Beacons trying to push this one out of reach and seal the deal on a doubleheader sweep. 8-0 win in game 1. Brittany Perquette will be next to hit. It'll be her first at bat of the day. 3 for 17 on the season. Perquette, a freshman from Pittsfield, Massachusetts, out west. A couple of changes being announced. I'll bring them to you shortly. All right, so the pitching change. Marissa Vellucci is into the game for Framingham State. Pinch runner for UMass Boston, Gigi Daiuti comes into first, taking Cassidy Gaeta's spot. So both Daiuti twins have played today.
Bring the action.
Daiuti on first. Kelly Danahy remains on third. Brittany Perquette bats her first at bat of the day after Kiera Pressmack went 1 for 2. Perquette takes a called strike. And 3 for 17. She has scored 5 runs and stolen 3 bases. Perquette takes a called ball low, 1-1. The 1-1 rises high. It's 2-1. 2 across here in the 6th to put the Beacons ahead 3-0. Haley Catania looked to close out a gem in the 7th. Giving up just 1 run. Giving up just 1 hit All the way back in the first inning, no runs for the Beacons. The freshman Catania. UMass Boston just chased Grace Coy, who had pitched 5 innings, giving up 1 run, giving up a couple more here in the 6th, and Vellucci in now. 3-1 coming to Perquette. And it's a strike, counts full. Drew Washington waits on deck, smoked a line drive in her last at bat. Grounded slowly. This is perfectly done by Perquette. Everybody's safe. Diuti to second. Danahy held at third. Infield single Perquette. Bases loaded for Drew Washington. Washington made a remarkable catch in the top of the 6th, taking away extra bases going down the line and right. Chance to blast this game wide open. The Beacons already up 3-0. Washington takes ball 1. 0 for 2, fly out to right, and that smoked line drive to the second baseman, Ziner. Pitch is down and in for a ball. Off the end of the bat at the first baseman. Throw coming home is just in time to get Danahy. Well played by Farah Adam, the first baseman. Washington reaches on the fielder's choice. Danahy retired. Framingham state manager was upset about something. Larry Miller made his way out, talked to the base umpires. He's arguing that Drew Washington should be out at first. Ball was never thrown to first. Maybe he's saying that she stepped on home plate after she hit the ball. Either way, he will be unsatisfied. Bases stay loaded. The inning will continue. Ali Diute will bat. Bases still loaded for the Beacons, leading 3-0.
The catcher, number 11, Ali Diute.
Diute 0 for 2 in game 2. A fly out and a strikeout. Swinging through the pitch from Vellucci for strike 1. Now the 0-1 delivery. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Will be the second time the Beacons leave them loaded if Diute can't come through. That's a ball, 1-2. 2 runs in this inning, 2 big insurance runs. Harlinski scoring, pinch running for Vento after Roxy Vento's single. Bellata scoring after her single, RBIs to Danahy and Gaeta. Rise is high. Diute trying to bring in her sister, who's the pinch runner on third base right now. Two. It's 3-2. Head starts all the way around. Full count, 2 outs. Here comes the payoff pitch from Vellucci. Up high, ball 4. Diuti works the walk. Diuti scores. Alley to first, Gigi home. It's 4-0. And now Gigi Braga would represent the winning run. Though it looks like we may have a change. Where the Beacons already had 4-0. We will have a substitution in Gigi Braga's spot. Hasey Pena will hit. Her first at bat of this doubleheader. Hasey, a freshman, 0 for 7 on the season, but has a big, powerful swing. This feels like a play where Natalia Ardagna's telling her, go out here, rip one, and end the ball game. Home run would end it, but the Beacons ahead 8-0. Pena is the 9th batter of the inning for UMass Boston. It was 1-0 entering the 6th. It's already 4-0. Big swing from Pena. Comes up empty. Vellucci's 0-1. Misses. Nope, called a strike. 0-2. So for AC Pena, down to her final strike with the bags packed. Vellucci delivers up and away, 1-2. Should be the winning run here in the 6th. Pena off the end of the bat, fights it off, stays 1-2. If she reaches, Giovanna Bonilla is next. Wind has shifted a bit, not blowing quite so much in. Still blowing hard, but more left to right. Rise ball high, gets to the backstop. Safe at the plate. Perquette scores. It's 5-0 off the wild pitch. Washington to third. Diuti to second. Pena swings through it, strike 3, and the inning's over. But not before UMass Boston adds 4 more runs. We head to the 7th. Beacons ahead 5-0. We go to the 7th at the Clark Athletic Center in Boston. Beacons looking to wrap up a double-header sweep. UMass Boston against the Framingham State team that knocked them out of the NCAA tournament last year. Beacons won game 1 8-0. They lead 5-0 here in game 2. An absolute gem being thrown by Haley Catania. She has faced the minimum of 18 batters through 6 innings, allowing just 1 base runner. A first inning 1-out single from Michaela Moody. Moody was then doubled up on a ground out by Grace Coy. 16 retired for Haley Catania. 16 in a row. Hasty Pena stays in at shortstop for the Beacons. Cassidy Gaeta re-enters the game, plays first for UMass Boston. To the top of the order, and Camille DeRochers. Her third at bat, she's 0 for 2. Fly out to left and a pop out to short today for DeRochers. Catania has done all of this with just one strikeout. It came in the second inning. She's retired 16 straight. The majority in the air. "11 of the 18 outs have come by fly ball. 1 strikeout, 6 groundouts. In fact, 5 groundouts because 1 ground ball was a double play that recorded 2 outs. 2-1. Catania working on DeRochers. Beacons trying to complete the doubleheader shutout. Won 8-0 in game 1 behind Jess Greenspan. "3-1. In the air, left field, hit well. Heading over into the corner on the slide. It comes up empty. Perquette couldn't quite get there. Runs the count full. "3-2 rises out of the zone. Ball 4. First walk today for Catania. Ends a streak of 16 straight retired. So 1 hit, 1 walk. The 2 base runners for Framingham State. They've yet to have a runner in scoring position in game 2 of the doubleheader.
Shortstop number 8, Michaela Moody.
Here's Michaela Moody, who's had a huge day for Framingham State. The only hit here in game 2. 3 hits overall in the doubleheader. Moody takes ball 1. Catania's 1-0, slash down the line, foul. You can just tell that Moody is seeing the ball well today. Keeps on flicking him out. Solid contact, 3 hits. Oh, 1 from Catania. In the air, foul territory. Bellata's there, 1 down.
Designated player number 18, Grace Coy.
Here's Grace Coy, who stayed in the game as the designated player after she was relieved by Marissa Vellucci. Coy pitched well. 5 1/3 innings, ends up responsible for 5 runs, but only 1 through the first 5. First pitch strike to Coy, who's bounced into a double play and flown out to left. Oh, 1. Off the end of the bat, foul. Coy was out in front. It's 0-2. The pitch, grounded right side. Step on the bag for 1. Throw to second. The tag, no. Well played by Cassidy Gaeta at first, 2 down. For the first time today in game 2, Framingham State has a runner in scoring position. Farrah Adam is the last hope for the Rams. They need to string together 5 runs here in this 7th inning. 2 down. Farrah Adam takes a strike. 0 for 2 with a ground out to the pitcher and a fly out to left. Ground ball, right side through for a base hit. DeRozier's rounds third. She'll score. And Framingham State finally on the board in the doubleheader. RBI single for Farrah Adam, the second hit today for the Rams. So in the 13th inning of the doubleheader, Framingham State gets on the board. Still 2 away for Layla Pepin. Rise ball is high. Pepin 0 for 2 in the second game of the doubleheader. Fly out to left, fly out to right. Two 2-0. Catania likely tiring a bit, trying to finish her way through this game. Last 3 outs always the toughest to get. 2-0. There's a strike. 2-1 to Pepin. Beacons hold on. They go to 14-9, sweep the doubleheader, getting ready to take on Eastern Connecticut State Saturday. Popped up, foul territory, and out. 2-2. Beacons are a strike away from a doubleheader sweep and a little bit of payback to the team that ended their season last year. The 2-2 in the dirt. Diuti does enough to keep the base runner Adam stapled to first. Full pitch coming. Haley Catania's 3-2 is in the dirt, ball 4. Second walk of the inning, 2 aboard, 2 away, and Kirsten Dick bats next. 1 run already home in the inning, the only run today for Framingham State. Tying runs now in the on-deck circle. First pitch is a ball. One 0. Just high. 2-0. Haley Catania hadn't walked a batter all game until this inning. 2-0 is fouled off. So 2-1 to Kirsten Dick, who was struck out and grounded out against Catania. Swing and a miss. It's 2-2. Catania looking for one more, trying to finish it off. Here she comes to the plate. Grounder back to the mound. Catania throws to first and finishes off a doubleheader sweep and a complete game 3 hitter. What an outing by Haley Catania. She moves to 4-4. Grace Croy falls to 1-5. Complete game, 7 innings, 2 hits allowed, 2 walks for Haley Catania, and 1 earned run. Beacons move to 14-9. Framingham State falls to 7-11. Here's what's coming up next for UMass Boston. They will head on the road in conference play. A couple big series coming up. Eastern Connecticut State this Saturday, 1-3, and then Southern Maine next Thursday, 3-5 on the road. Then they're here Thursday against Lesley University. Time to hand out some thank yous to our production crew. Hardworking crew bringing you everything throughout the course of the day. So for this team and our entire crew, Bill Spalding saying so long after another Beacon doubleheader sweep. UMass Boston wins game 1, 8-0. Game 2, 5-1. Thanks so much for listening on the Beacon